Chapter 91. Super Saiyan 2. No 17. Number 18 saw that number 17 had been beaten into the mountain. She roared and rushed towards Vegeta. Cell phone, overestimate your own abilities. Vegeta showed a wicked smile at the corner of his mouth. He kicked number 18 in the direction of number 17 with a roundhouse kick. Boom! The entire mountain was instantly blasted into powder by number 17. As soon as he came out of the mountain, he saw number 18 flying towards him. The game is over. Go to hell. Sky Cannon. Vegeta's eyes showed murderous intent and began to condense energy waves. He wanted to kill the two androids here. He blasted the energy in his hand towards number 18 and number 17. No 18. Number 17 roared. This energy bomb was really too big. If he ran away now, he would still have time. But number 18 might die. Number 17, get out of the way. Don't worry about me. Number 18 also saw this huge energy bomb. If you get hit, you will lose a layer of skin even if you don't die. If we have to die, we will die together. Sister, I won't leave you alone. Number 17 made a prompt decision and caught number 18 who was flying over. Protecting her in his arms, number 17 turned his back to the huge energy bomb. Even if there is a glimmer of hope, he has to protect his sister. Stinky brother, you are so stupid. Number 18 didn't say anything else. She knew it was too late to escape now. Is it finally over? Number 18 looked at the huge energy bomb that was getting closer and closer to her. Swish! Suddenly, a figure appeared behind number 17. Number 18 saw clearly that this person was Son Gohan. He raised his foot and kicked the energy bomb away. It was like kicking a ball. The action was elegant and graceful. Number 18 couldn't help but think of the scene where Son Gohan saved himself by Cell. A beautiful arc appeared at the corner of her mouth. Vegeta, stop it! Gohan kicked the energy bomb away. He looked in the direction of Vegeta and said lightly. The corners of Vegeta's mouth twitched twice involuntarily. He didn't expect that Gohan would intervene in this matter. Gohan's strength is too strong. He can kick away the energy bomb fired by Super Saiyan Vegeta with one kick. Gohan, can we see your true strength? When everyone saw Gohan was going to save the android, they knew that this battle could not be fought. Everyone started to discuss how strong Gohan was. Thank you, Gohan. Number 17 and number 18 thanked Gohan. I didn't expect that this opponent would save me again. You're welcome. I'll treat your injuries for you. Gohan said nonchalantly. His eyes finally stopped on No 18's body. Thank you. No 18's little face turned red, and his voice was like a mosquito. Number 17 looked at number 18 with a puzzled look on his face. What happened to the elder sister? Did she get beaten silly by Vegeta? Number 17 was also an ignorant teenager. Didn't he understand what this meant at all? Son Gohan quickly healed the injuries of the two. Everyone came to his side. Gohan, how strong are you really? Can you show us? It would be best if you could fight with us for a few moves. Son Goku couldn't see how deep his son was hiding. He also wanted to know the true strength of Son Gohan. Yes, Gohan, how strong are you? Use your strongest form to fight with us for a few moves. Piccolo also echoed. He was also very curious about the fighting power of the disciples he taught. Everyone nodded repeatedly and looked at Son Gohan with expectation. Vegeta's eyes lit up. He also wanted to know where the limit of this stinky kid was. Even number 17 and number 18 were full of curiosity. They also wanted to see this mysterious man. The data clearly showed that his fighting power was not that strong. But the reality caught them off guard. He, curiosity kills the cat. Don't let me scare you into having nightmares at night. Let me show you what overwhelming power is. You retreat, don't cause any accidental injuries. Son Gohan smiled smugly. He also wanted to stimulate the enthusiasm of Son Goku and Vegeta to practice. Let them see that the Saiyans can still make breakthroughs. Everyone flew away from the battlefield and stood on a high mountain, looking forward to Son Gohan's performance. Ah! Saiyans rely on roaring to transform. A low voice came from Son Gohan's throat. Boom! Son Gohan's whole body was flashing with golden flames, and the breath of his body continued to surge out. The sky was covered with dark clouds, lightning, and thunder. The whole planet began to shake slightly. Waves of air surged out of his body and blasted in all directions, as if a typhoon had blown up. Son Gohan instantly turned into a Super Saiyan, and his eyes became sharp. The combat effectiveness of Krillin, Yamcha, Tien Shinyan, and Jiaozi was low. If it weren't for Son Goku and Piccolo holding them back, they would have been blown away by this wave of air. Cold sweat was dripping down the foreheads of Tien Shinyan and others. Son Gohan's aura was too powerful. It completely overturned their three views. This aura. Vegeta was completely shocked by this momentum. This aura was a world of difference compared to his own. Son Gohan slowly restrained his aura. The dark clouds and lightning in the sky dissipated, and the ground stopped shaking. Everyone raised their hands to wipe the cold sweat from their foreheads. Is this the true strength of Son Gohan? Although number 18 and number 17 could not feel the size of the aura, but a strong sense of oppression came over them. Son Gohan was like a superior, and people were afraid of him when they saw him. This is the full power form of Super Saiyan 1. He is the most perfect form of Super Saiyan, and does not require too much energy to maintain this form. Now I will start to transform into Super Saiyan 2. Gohan said nonchalantly. It seemed that there was nothing big going on. But when everyone heard this, it was like a bolt from the blue. The most perfect full power form of Super Saiyan 1. There is also a second form of Super Saiyan. Vegeta was like being struck by lightning, burnt on the outside and tender on the inside. Isn't this the ultimate transformation of Saiyan? Is there really a second form? Ah! Gohan's breath began to surge. The whole earth began to shake again. The scene just now came again. Boom! When Super 2 transforms, a rapidly expanding air mass will appear, which can blow away environmental objects that cannot be fixed by air. Everyone's footsteps were pushed back by the air wave. A strong sense of oppression pressed on everyone. Gohan instantly turned into Super Saiyan 2. His aura will become jet-like instead of flame-like, his hair will stand up more, and lightning will swirl around him when he releases energy. Sparks are also a symbol of the rate of energy release. The more intense the energy release, the more frequent the sparks will appear. Son Gohan's body muscles bulge slightly, and his whole body seems to be several inches taller. He becomes more cruel and his eyes become sharper. Chapter 92. The Battle of the Three Super Saiyans. It's so scary. Is this really Gohan? This power is too terrifying. Oh my god, this is scaring me to death. The feeling of oppression is really breathtaking. Everyone was so frightened by this force that they couldn't even speak. Son Gohan gave everyone the feeling that he was like a demon crawling out of hell. His one look made everyone tremble, and his look was too sharp. It was like a wild beast staring at him. An aura of keeping strangers away permeated the air. It was as if Son Gohan had turned into a ruthless person. The temperature in the air has become quite a bit colder. Everyone felt their scalps numb. Especially those who looked at Son Gohan felt chills running down their spines. It's like as long as the other party is willing, one look can give him seconds. This feeling is so oppressive. This is Super Saiyan 2. The combat effectiveness of this form is 100 times that of normal. After Son Gohan transformed into Super Saiyan 2, he explained to everyone. His sharp and cold eyes swept over everyone. Kellen, Yamcha, Tianjin rice, and dumplings, those with low combat effectiveness, all had chills running down their spines and kept stepping back. Damn, this look is too scary. It was as if they were being targeted by a wild beast, which immediately made their hair stand on end. Number 17 and number 18 felt the pressure coming from Son Gohan, and they were secretly glad. Fortunately, he didn't kill himself and others when they first met. Otherwise, with such abnormal combat power, even 100 lives would not be enough to kill him. Wow, Gohan, you are so awesome. Saiyans actually have a second form. Son Goku said with excitement. He did not expect that Son Gohan had reached a higher realm. Gohan, good job. Piccolo looked pleased. He never thought that his proud disciple would have such a talent. Now I wake up laughing from my dreams. Asshole, is this Super Saiyan 2? The combat effectiveness is 100 times that of normal. Vegeta clenched his silver teeth and his expression became extremely ugly. He looked at Son Gohan in Super 2 form with an angry look on his face. Super Saiyan 2, I must reach this form. Son Gohan, is this your true strength? At this time, number 18 asked Son Gohan in Super 2 form curiously. She is now curious about where the other party's strength lies. Everyone also focused their attention on Son Gohan. That's not my real strength. The Super 3 form is a bit scary, do you want to see it? Son Gohan said with a teasing expression. He also has a Super Saiyan 3 form. Moreover, he also has an even more terrifying super form as his trump card. In the Super Saiyan form, one can defeat 4 ordinary Super Saiyans. You. No 18's little face immediately turned red. She didn't expect that Son Gohan would make fun of her. Gohan, he actually has a Super 3 form. Is there still a Super 4 form? Where are his limits? Are all Saiyans monsters? What kind of monster did Kikai give birth to? Super Saiyan 2 is scary enough. You actually said there is a Super 3 form. My brain is completely useless. Everyone's hearts seemed to have been hit by a heavy hammer. Everyone's heart can't calm down for a long time. Gohan, don't transform into Super 3 yet. Let us first see the power of this form. Son Goku said eagerly. He can't wait to see the combat effectiveness of this form. Okay, no problem. Show everyone the power of this form. Anyone who is interested can attack here. Son Gohan looked at everyone and smiled. This is not because he is arrogant, but because he wants to let everyone know what it means to be someone who is different from others. You brat, let me fight with you. Vegeta instantly transformed into a Super Saiyan and rushed towards Son Gohan. I am the Prince of the Saiyans, a genius warrior. I will definitely be able to break through the Super 2 form and Super 3 form. Vegeta knows that the fastest way to improve combat effectiveness is to fight. He wouldn't miss such a good opportunity. I'm coming too. Son Goku also flew out. When I see a powerful master, my blood boils and I want to fight. He has always maintained his Super Saiyan form. I'll try too. Piccolo didn't show any signs of weakness. He is a great demon king who was once feared. He wants to discover his shortcomings through fighting. Klin and the others stared with big eyes. They didn't even have the courage to take action. Even if you want to find an opponent, you have to find someone who is equally matched. In a battle of this level, a wave of air would blow him away. Then why fight? It was Klin and others who could see the situation clearly. If you want to find your own shortcomings through battle, you must also find someone who is equally capable. Saiyans are warlike, and they will pounce on strong people without their lives. Also wait and see what happens on the 17th and 18th. Look at this epic battle. Super Saiyan Vegeta, Son Goku, and Piccolo are fighting Son Gohan with punches and kicks. Bang, bang, bang. Son Gohan just held his arms and floated in the air without fighting back. He stood firm like the Eiffel Tower, and the attacks of the 3 people couldn't even shake his footsteps. The attacks of Vegeta, Son Goku, and Piccolo were like scraping Son Gohan. Ding, 1 million combat attribute drops in front. Combat attribute increases by 1 million. The sound of system prompts kept ringing in Son Gohan's mind. Wow, so awesome! It's incredible that Gohan in his Super Saiyan 2 form is so strong. The attacks of the 2 Super Saiyans and Super Namekeyans have no effect on him at all. The difference in combat power is really too big. How can we fight? Are you sure you're not looking for trouble? If they are not Gohan's elders, I'm afraid they can be crippled with one punch. Such a terrifying power is not even the real strength of Son Gohan. He's really a monster. The audience was stunned by this scene. Everyone's mouths opened into an O shape, and a duck egg could be stuffed in. Damn it, don't be so arrogant, you little brat. Go for it. Vegeta's eyes were bloodshot, and his strength and speed were increased to the maximum. Son Gohan didn't fight back, which was a great insult to him. I'm a genius warrior, the Prince of Saiyans, and I was underestimated. Yeah, Gohan, go ahead and do it. Just treat us as enemies now. Beat us to death, we won't blame you. Piccolo and Son Goku also looked forward to Son Gohan's action. This way of fighting is really too aggrieved. It's like a father teaching his son. The son didn't dare to do it, and could only be beaten silently. Okay, as you wish. Son Gohan's cold and ruthless voice sounded. A strong and domineering aura continued to surge. A sharp and cold look swept over the three people. Chapter 93. Boom! A strong breath burst out from Son Gohan's body. The powerful breath blew away Son Goku and others. What? What a terrifying breath! We were blown away by just one burst of energy. Son Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo were shocked. The Super Saiyan 2 form is really powerful. Go! A ball of energy in Son Gohan's body rose from the sky. It instantly turned into energy bombs and blasted towards the three people. Get out of the way! Son Goku was shocked. This energy bomb was so powerful. He didn't expect Gohan to repel him and others with just a burst of energy. Now he can condense energy bombs to attack him and others with a roar. Swish, swish, swish. Vegeta, Piccolo and Son Goku kept dodging the attack of energy bombs. Ding, a combat attribute of 1 million is dropped in front. Combat attribute plus 1 million. Get ready for it! Son Gohan roared. Like a wolf entering a flock of sheep, he punched Vegeta. How is this possible? I can't even keep up with the speed of this brat. Vegeta was horrified and crossed his fists to block Son Gohan's attack. But he overestimated himself. As soon as Son Gohan's fist touched Vegeta's body, he lost his composure. A powerful and heavy impact instantly blasted Vegeta's body away. Bang! Vegeta's body was like a kite with a broken string, smashing into a small hill. His body directly blasted through the hill and rolled on the ground for dozens of meters before stopping. Vegeta! Son Goku roared. Energy bars condensed in his hand and blasted towards Son Gohan. As the saying goes, there is no father and son on the battlefield. Son Goku is a battle maniac, and he knows that his son is powerful. He didn't show any mercy when he attacked. Energy bombs were fired at Son Gohan like they were free. Come on! Son Gohan rushed forward bravely and rushed towards his father's energy bomb. He was not afraid of the energy bombs. Boom boom boom! Explosions continued to be heard, and energy bombs hit Son Gohan. Smoke billowed. But it did not stop him from moving forward. Son Goku was horrified, and the billowing smoke was getting closer and closer. He knew that his son was approaching and wanted to evacuate here. Suddenly, a big hand stretched out from the billowing smoke. What? So fast? Before Son Goku could evacuate, he was grabbed by a big hand by the neck. Then the owner of the big hand, Son Gohan, also came out of the smoke. Now Son Goku was lifted up by his son like a child. Bang bang bang! Son Goku gave Son Gohan a powerful diamond kick. But the opponent stretched out his hand to block the attack of this kick. Son Gohan's hand exerted a little force. A feeling of death instantly swept through Son Goku's body. His face turned red because of suffocation. Death was so close to him. Son Goku! Piccolo saw Son Goku's face turn red. He roared and rushed over. Kakarot! Vegeta stood up from the ground, and a stronger momentum burst out of his body. He flew towards Son Gohan. Bang! Son Gohan let go of the hand holding Son Goku's neck and hit him in the lower abdomen with a heavy punch. Puff! Son Goku's eyes bulged out and spit out a mouthful of old blood. Under the huge impact, his hair instantly returned to normal. Son Goku hugged his belly and arched like a shrimp. Too brutal. Is this the horror of Super 2? Is the combat power 50 times that of Super 1? One punch can kill Super 1 form in seconds. The audience was all tingling. Seeing that Son Gohan defeated the Super 1 Son Goku with one punch. They all felt pain when they saw it. Fortunately, he went up to join the battle just now. If Gohan didn't control his strength for a while, he could have blown him up with one punch. Go! Son Gohan kicked Son Goku towards Piccolo with a roundhouse kick. Son Goku, are you okay? Piccolo hugged the flying Son Goku and asked. Since Piccolo and the god merged, his personality has changed a lot. He has become less cold. It seems that he has more human touch. Ahem, I'm fine. Gohan's Super 2 form is really too powerful. I couldn't even withstand his punch. Son Goku coughed a few times and said with a look of relief. He didn't expect his son's fighting power to be so terrifying. You look down on me, brat. Vegeta had already rushed to Son Gohan at this time. He was angry and attacked the opponent. Swish! Son Gohan dodged left and right, easily avoiding Vegeta's attack. Damn it! Vegeta's face was ferocious, and he squeezed all the strength in his body. His movements and speed were increased to the extreme. Helka Planet. In the distant universe, an inconspicuous planet. The area of the entire planet is not much different from that of Namek. The sky is cloudless and the air is very fresh. It is a very habitable planet. The forest here occupies a large part of the entire planet. The trees are lush and exude vitality. Suddenly, a fiery red beam of light like a meteorite broke the tranquility of the planet. It hit the ground of the planet at an extremely fast speed. Boom! A huge deep pit was smashed into the entire planet. A wisp of black smoke rose from the deep pit. There was still a burnt smell in the air. The sight zoomed in and it turned out to be a spaceship. This spaceship is not outstanding. But the appearance is very showy, and the three big words "Seer" are written in red paint. It is so ugly to the extreme. Creak. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Kakao, if you're like this the next time you land, I'll break your neck. The window slowly opened, and several people came out. The leader cursed as he walked. They all had detectors on their faces. Lord Darls, I'll be careful next time. Kakao nodded and bowed respectfully. His forehead was covered with cold sweat. The man called Darls turned out to be a Sun with a tail. He looks exactly like Son Goku. But there's an evil breath between his eyebrows. If someone is not familiar with Son Goku, they will definitely mistake him for him. Dareth. One of the Suns who survived when Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta. He looks similar to Son Goku, but his character is sinister and despicable. He felt ashamed of being a low-class warrior, and finally betrayed planet Vegeta. Dareth formed gangs in the universe, and by chance, he got the seeds of the spirit tree. Just plant the seeds on this planet. The vitality of the entire planet will be absorbed by the seeds of the spirit tree. No matter whether it is people, animals, flowers, plants, or trees, they will become nutrients for the spirit tree. The seeds of the spirit tree will grow and spread until they bloom and bear fruit, and the planet will be useless. The entire planet will wither away and become a dead planet without life. Lord Darls, this planet is full of vitality and must be very suitable for planting seeds of the spirit tree. The fruits that will be produced by then will definitely be high-quality products. His subordinate Dai Zi said with a flattering look. The combat power of the people on this planet is only over 20,000. Ha ha ha. After searching for so long, I finally found a good planet. Plant the seeds of the spirit tree immediately. The fruits produced by the spirit tree will definitely be a good harvest. Darls used the detector to detect the natives of this planet. I didn't expect the combat power of the people living on this planet to be so low. His mind is now full of the fruits of the spirit tree, and his combat power will explode by then. Becoming the overlord of the universe is just around the corner. Chapter 94, The Terrifying Combat Power of Super Saiyan 2. Vegeta, the power of Super 2 is beyond your imagination. Now I'll show you the terrifying power of Super 2. As soon as Son Gohan finished speaking, his body suddenly disappeared. What? Vegeta was shocked, and almost every inch of his body was tense. He was alert and paid attention to the fluctuations of the breath around him. He had never expected that the speed of Super 2 was so terrifying. I'm here. Son Gohan's voice came from all directions like a ghost. Cold sweat kept flowing down Vegeta's forehead. He couldn't catch the other person's breath at all now. Look there, I'm behind you. Son Gohan's voice sounded from behind him again. Vegeta turned around and fired an energy bomb at his back. Bang! Son Gohan knocked the energy bomb back with his backhand. Teleporting, he kneeled Vegeta's body and smashed it into a mountain. Bang! Son Gohan's knee hit Vegeta's body and hit a huge rock. The rock was smashed to pieces instantly, and Vegeta spat out a mouthful of blood. Super 2 Son Gohan held Vegeta's head with one hand and rubbed it on the ground. At this time, Vegeta also returned to normal, and his whole body collapsed. It seems that he has reached his limit. Magic Light Killer Cannon. Piccolo roared and fired his strongest move at Son Gohan. It turned out that after saving Son Goku, he was accumulating his strongest move. Bang! Son Gohan backhandedly knocked away the energy wave fired by Piccolo. What? He didn't even have the strongest move. Piccolo flew towards Son Gohan, planning to have a close combat. Son Gohan picked up Vegeta and smashed Piccolo. Get out of the way! Piccolo raised his hand and knocked Vegeta away. He didn't have the same treatment as Son Goku. Son Gohan's figure was like a ghost, following Vegeta's body and rushing towards Piccolo. Piccolo quickly tried to use the 9-yen white bone claw on Son Gohan. But he was still not as fast as Son Gohan. Ah! A huge fist hit Piccolo's stomach, and the opponent screamed. His body was blown away by a huge impact force. Son Gohan's figure followed him like a shadow, catching up with Piccolo's body and hitting him with another heavy punch. Piccolo's body was like a cannonball, blasting towards the ground. Boom! Dust and smoke rose from the ground, and a huge deep pit was instantly smashed by Piccolo's body. He just lay in the deep pit, and it was obvious that he was no longer able to fight. Pick them all up! Son Gohan took off the Super Saiyan 2 form on his body, and he silently said in his heart. The combat power attributes on the ground rushed into his body crazily. The data in the system combat power attribute column kept jumping. The terrifying combat power of the Super Saiyan 2 form actually jumped 3 times. 2 Super Saiyans and a Super Namekian. The battle was still completely one-sided. It took a while after the battle for the onlookers to react. They found that their foreheads were covered with cold sweat. Great, so awesome! So exciting! The Battle of Saiyans is really violent. The form of Super Saiyan 2 is really terrifying. The 3 masters can only be abused. The battle is completely one-sided. My heart can't stand it. Everyone commented and sighed in their hearts. This battle completely refreshed their cognition. Son Gohan used his healing ability to treat Son Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. Their injuries were also completely healed. The combat power of Vegeta and Son Goku was also greatly improved. Saiyan's physique is so abnormal. Gohan, I didn't expect you to hide so deeply. The combat power of Super Saiyan 2 is really too strong, Super Saiyan 1 has no way to fight. Son Goku patted his son on the shoulder and scolded with a smile. I didn't expect Gohan's talent to be so abnormal. How many years has he practiced? Now we all look up to him. I want to sing a song at this moment. Son Gohan said with a sigh. He remembered the movie The Mermaid by Stephen Chow that he had watched in his previous life. Gohan, can you sing? I didn't expect you to be so versatile. Hurry up and sing a song for us. The crowds around were all noisy. They also wanted to see what song Gohan could sing. Is his fighting power as terrifying as yours? Ahem. Then I'll show my ugliness. Son Gohan cleared his throat and smiled at everyone. He began to dance with the lingering dance of Brother Chow, and a loud and masculine song rang out. How lonely it is to be invincible, how empty it is to be invincible. Alone at the top, the cold wind keeps blowing. The crowds watching were all shocked by Son Gohan's singing. I didn't expect this kid to not only have explosive fighting power, but also sing so beautifully. Most importantly, his dance steps are too showy. Don't be arrogant, little brat. I, Vegeta, will definitely surpass you. At this time, the arrogant Vegeta shouted angrily. He couldn't stand Son Gohan showing off here. One day I will definitely defeat you. I am the prince of the Saiyans, a genius warrior. How could I lose to the son of a low-level warrior? Everyone pretended not to hear and ignored Vegeta. This guy is just a self-esteem bastard who deserves a beating. Every time he appears, he speaks boldly, but in the end he is only handsome for 3 seconds and gets beaten every time. Smelly boy, do you think I won't beat you just because you sing well? I see you are so proud. How lonely it is to be invincible, why don't you go to heaven? Piccolo slapped Son Gohan on the head and scolded him with a smile. He didn't expect this kid to have this talent. He is really versatile. Ha ha ha. Everyone laughed at Piccolo's operation. No matter how powerful you are, there will be a time to be taught a lesson. They all envied Piccolo for being able to teach Son Gohan, a pervert. Now he walks with the wind. Well done, this brat just needs a lesson. Son Goku also rubbed Son Gohan's hair and scolded with a smile. His eyes were full of pride and doting. There are many strange people in this universe, don't slack off in your practice. There are gods in this world, above the gods there are the King Kai, and above the King Kai there are the Great King Kai. Above the Great King Kai there are the King Kais, and above the King Kais there are other gods. I heard that they are all big figures who rule one side, and their strength is unfathomable. Since merging with the gods, Piccolo has also learned a lot of secrets of this world. He said earnestly. Uncle Piccolo, I know. Just now I just livened up the atmosphere, I will work hard to practice. Son Gohan said sincerely. He thought of the god of destruction of the seventh universe who was still sleeping. In the anime, Beerus is the god of destruction corresponding to the god of creation like the King Kais. He is not a vicious person. Although he will go berserk when he is angry, he often shows his cute side. He has a wide range of interests and especially likes to taste delicious food. Beerus is arrogant and willful, and possesses unimaginable destructive power. He will destroy a planet if he is not satisfied. He wakes up every few years or decades, so many planets will face the fate of destruction. This guy is a time bomb. I must find a way to surpass him before he wakes up. Chapter 95. Crisis in the Universe, King Kai of the North and #039's request for help. Helka. Boom. The whole planet shook. In a dense forest, a young sapling was growing at a speed visible to the naked eye. This was the seed of the spiritual tree that Darls had just planted. 5 guys who don't know how to live or die have come here. The one with the highest combat power of 22,000. Darls and a group of subordinates looked up at the sky. There were a total of 5 of them who came to this planet. Everyone saw 5 natives of Helka flying over from a distance. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Soon 5 fat and strong Helka people landed in front of Darls and others. They looked like Dodoria. Plump, pink skin, with thorns on the top of the head and arms. Aliens, you are not welcome here, leave our planet quickly. A middle-aged Helka said bluntly. He didn't even ask what the other party was doing, and directly issued an order to expel them. Because he just felt that the whole planet shook. These aliens must have some evil idea. You are so arrogant. You are not qualified to talk to Lord Darls. Darls' subordinate Karaz scolded. Why should we leave? You all have to die. Another subordinate of Darls said arrogantly. They already knew from the detector that the combat effectiveness of these natives was not high. Asshole, it seems that you are here with bad intentions. You are invading our planet, we will fight you. The Helka people turned on the combat mode. They rushed towards Darls and others. There were 5 people on both sides, and soon everyone found the corresponding opponents. Bang bang bang. The figures on both sides kept flashing. Darls's men were just playing cat and mouse. Their combat effectiveness was many times higher than that of the Helka people. But now they did not choose to kill the Helka people immediately. Aliens, give me your life. The middle-aged man of the Helka people sent an energy wave to Darls. He wanted to take the other party away in one go. Because he saw that Dales was their leader. He understood the principle of catch the leader first. But man proposes, God disposes. You dare to make trouble at such an old age, you are simply tired of living. Dales said with disdain. He raised his hand and knocked away the energy wave that was bombarding. What? How can your fighting power be so strong? The middle-aged man from Helka, who was in the lead, said with shock. He didn't expect the other party's fighting power to be so strong. Ha ha ha. I'll tell you secretly, my fighting power is so strong because I ate the fruit of a spirit tree that only gods can eat. I have planted this tree on your planet. Soon, all the vitality here will be absorbed by the spirit tree. The life forms of the entire planet will become nutrients for the spirit tree. Dale said with a laugh. He didn't hide it, anyway, the spirit tree will absorb the vitality of all the life here at that time. Damn you, you bunch of demons. I'll fight you to death. The leading Helka rushed towards Dales. He would die with these demons even if he died. The lives of the people of the entire planet were in his hands. Bang! Dallas raised his hand and grabbed the other's arm and pulled it hard. Ah! The middle-aged man of Helka had his arm torn off by Dales in an instant. Blood flowed immediately, and he let out a heart-wrenching scream. Chief! The remaining 4 Helka saw that their chief had his arm torn off so quickly. They wanted to rush up to rescue him, but they were stopped by Dales's subordinates. They were not willing to let their prey get away. Fight me. What can you do to fight me? If you want to blame someone, blame your low combat power. This world is all about the survival of the fittest. If my combat power is low and I get beaten to death by you, I can only accept it. Remember to be a strong man in your next life, so that you can control your own destiny. Dales threw the broken arm in his hand out like throwing away garbage. He sneered at the Helka people. Damn it, I will drag you down with me even if I die. The middle-aged man of Helka began to choose to expose himself. A powerful aura instantly enveloped the entire battlefield. He just wanted to die with Dales and save the planet. Want to die? It's not easy. Dales said with disdain. His body flashed and he came in front of the Helka people. Boom! He blew up the opponent's head with one punch. Dales's men saw that the king had solved the battle. They also quickly killed other Helka people. The spirit tree was growing wildly, and some flowers and plants on this planet were withering rapidly. Earth. Everyone was still shocked by Son Gohan's battle. At this time, King Kai used telepathy to call. The warriors on Earth, including number 17 and number 18, could hear the voice of King Kai. Hello everyone, I am King Kai of the North. Gohan, can you hear me? The two antennas on the head of King Kai, who was far away on the North Kai planet, said in the direction of the Earth. Something strange happened in the universe during this period. One after another, the planets suddenly turned into dead stars. The entire planet had no life, and the ground was weathered. King Kai of the North has been paying attention to what happened in the universe these days. Now the culprit has finally been found. King Kai of the North. Who is he? Why have I never heard of him before? Number 18 and number 17 said with confusion. They had never heard of King Kai of the North. What's more, his voice sounded in their hearts. But they soon calmed down. Because no one was surprised or shocked. It was obvious that everyone knew him, but they were just ignorant. Hello, King Kai. After everyone greeted one by one. All eyes were focused on Son Gohan. They didn't know what King Kai wanted to do with Gohan. Lord Kai, I can hear you. What happened? Gohan replied using telepathy. He knew that King Kai would not look for him unless there was something wrong. Now there is a Sun in the universe, a criminal gang called Darls. They are wandering in the universe, looking for planets to plant seeds of the spirit tree. As long as such seeds are planted on that planet, the vitality of all living things will be absorbed by the spirit tree, and the planet will be useless. I want you to destroy Darls. King Kai of the North spoke out the dangers of the matter in one breath. No problem, I'll leave now. Gohan agreed immediately. King Kai of the North thanked Gohan and hung up the phone. He was complacent, it was really good to have a master like Gohan in his jurisdiction. Dallas? The fruit of the spirit tree that only gods can eat? Gohan thought of the man who looked exactly like Goku. In the anime, this guy appeared when Gohan was 6 or 7 years old. Maybe it's because he traveled through time to Son Gohan's body that Darls came out late. Chapter 96. Helka Planet, Spirit Tree. Earth. Wow, there are Suns. Gohan, take me with you. I want to help too. I want to watch the battle too. Everyone said one after another. They all said they wanted to see the Sun Darls and the spirit tree that King Kai had mentioned. Everyone held their hands together and looked at Son Gohan happily. Finally, they can go to the universe outside again. Suns? Darls? Vegeta also wanted to go, but he couldn't bring himself to touch him. Vegeta, let's go. Son Goku saw that Vegeta wanted to go, but he was too embarrassed to speak. He walked over and pulled him over. Kakarot, take your dirty hands away. Vegeta said with a look of disgust. But his body was honest and let Son Goku grab it. Number 18 looked at everyone with curiosity. Why are they holding hands? He was also yelling at Son Gohan, as if asking for his opinion. Can we go there just by holding hands? Number 18, I want to go there too. Why don't you tell Son Gohan? Number 17 said to number 18. He knew that the chances of success would be higher if the beautiful sister came forward. You are a grown man. Just tell me if you want to go. Do you have the nerve to let a weak woman like me go? Number 18 rolled her eyes at number 17. But she still came to Son Gohan. Weak woman? You, number 18, are also a weak woman? Are you really not afraid of making people laugh? Number 17 complained in his heart, rolled his eyes, and followed number 18. Son Gohan, please, we want to go too. Number 18 and number 17 said with a pleading look. Okay, hold my hand, and we will all go together. Son Gohan said to number 18. He began to look for the breath of Darls. Hold your hand. Number 18 was stunned. What's going on? I am a person who takes the high and cold route. Do you have the nerve to ask a girl to hold your hand? Number 18, stop dithering. Isn't it just holding hands? Son Gohan grabbed No 18's soft, boneless little hand. Swish! Everyone disappeared on Earth, Helka. Boom! The entire planet shook violently more and more frequently. From afar, you can see a towering tree, like a crane standing out among a flock of chickens. This tree on Helka can be seen in the universe. It's like we see the shadow of a tree on the moon. This is the spirit tree planted by Darls. It has been growing wildly at a speed visible to the naked eye. The roots have surrounded the entire planet. All the energy has been devoured by these roots. The tree looks particularly thick and lush, with more than 20 fruits on the branches. The fruit of the spirit tree can only be eaten by gods. Once the spirit tree takes root, it will absorb nutrients from the earth until it absorbs all the nutrients to produce fruits and the earth will lose its vitality. The ground where it is planted will quickly absorb nutrients from the ground, causing other plants to die due to lack of nutrients, leaving the ground barren. Eating a bite of the fruit grown by the spirit tree can increase strength several times. Now all the flowers, plants, and trees on the entire planet of Helka have lost their vitality. The vitality of the people and animals on this planet fell to the ground one after another. Because their vitality has been absorbed by the spirit tree. As long as the fruits on the tree are ripe, the planet will be completely ruined. Ha ha ha! This planet is really a good place to breed spirit trees. I didn't expect that this time it actually produced more than 20 fruits. Dales said excitedly. As long as the spirit fruit can be mass-produced, an army can be built. At that time, it will no longer be a dream to dominate the entire universe. This is why Dales has been looking for good planets in the universe. The better the resources of the planet, the more fruits it will grow. Congratulations, Lord Darls. I didn't expect this planet to have so much nutrients. It can produce so many fruits all at once. As long as you eat these fruits, you can achieve great things for generations. Dawes saw that his king was so happy. He also flattered him tactfully. When the army is built, he will be a founding father. How can such a good thing not make everyone happy? Just when they were laughing. Swish! Son Gohan and others appeared in front of Darls and others all at once. The laughter of Darls and others stopped abruptly. Seeing so many people appear all at once, they didn't react for a while. How did these people get here? There was no display on the detector. It was as if they appeared out of thin air. Number 18 and number 17 were also shocked. The two were in turmoil. What's going on? We came to this place in the blink of an eye? It doesn't look like this is the Earth. Did we arrive at other planets in the blink of an eye? Number 18 and number 17's final glances rested on Son Gohan. I didn't expect the other party to have such a magical skill. With such a skill, it's so cool. Son Gohan saw a towering tree with more than 20 fruits on it, but they were not ripe yet. It seems that this is the fruit strength of the spirit tree. He felt that there was no breath of other people on this planet. It seems that the spirit tree has absorbed all the vitality of the people and animals here. Fuck. Fuck. Why has this place become a ruin? Is this the root of the spirit tree? Too scary. Fuck. Am I seeing a ghost? Or am I hallucinating? You don't have hallucinations or ghosts, I see it too. This Sun looks exactly like Goku. Could it be Goku's elder brother or younger brother again? If it weren't for the different breath and clothes on his body, it would be difficult to tell them apart just by appearance. Seeing the environment of this planet and the person who looks exactly like Son Goku, everyone said fuck several times in a row. Everything here is simply unbelievable. Son Goku was also confused. This person looked exactly like him. But he didn't know this person at all. Son Gohan also smiled when he saw Darls in front of him. He didn't expect that two people who were not related by blood would look exactly the same. Although he had seen the two in the anime, he saw another scene in reality. Who are you? Why did you suddenly appear here? Why do you look exactly like Lord Darls? Dawes was the first to react, and now they were also stunned. Things developed too fast. Everyone hadn't reacted yet. Darls also looked at Son Goku in shock. This person looks exactly like himself. I didn't expect that there are people with the same face in the world. He, I am a Sun who grew up on Earth. My name on Earth is Son Goku, and my name on Sun is Kakarot. Son Goku also answered the other person's words very politely. He is a person who has no scheming and is very honest. Sun. Dales was also very surprised when he saw Son Goku's appearance. But when he heard that he was also a Sun, he became excited. Especially when he saw Son Gohan and Vegeta, his expression was very shocked. He didn't expect to see his own people again after so many years. A bold plan emerged in Dale's mind. Chapter 97, Fruit that only God can eat? Helka. Many places here have been weathered away. All the flowers, plants, and trees have died. Only one towering tree has grown luxuriant branches and leaves, full of vitality, and is particularly conspicuous. The roots of the spirit tree have spread across the entire planet. He is madly absorbing the vitality of this planet. There are about 20 fruits on the tree, almost ripe. These fruits look very much like the devil fruit of the Pirate King, but it is red all over. Son Goku, why don't you join me? I will lead the Suns to become rich. Dominate the entire universe. When Darls knew that Son Goku, Son Gohan and Vegeta were all Suns, he wanted to gather the Suns to rule the entire universe and start the Sun dynasty. He wanted the Suns to become powerful and rule the universe forever in the future. Don't even think about it. Invading other planets like you. Destroying other people's homes is a shameful act. I don't want to be with you, and we are here to defeat you. Son Goku cursed in anger when he saw the whole planet in a mess. He never thought of destroying other planets. Ha ha ha. Want to defeat me? Maybe in the next life. Dales smiled with contempt. As long as the spiritual fruit is in hand, you are all a bunch of scum. Dales, you are a traitor to planet Vegeta. When Vegeta saw Dales laughing wildly, he gritted his teeth and roared. He had heard of this person when he was very young. Dales fled planet Vegeta because he felt humiliated as a low-level warrior. Since then, there has been no news, and I didn't expect to meet him here now. Who are you? How do you know me? Dales looked at Vegeta with a puzzled look, but the more he looked, the more familiar he felt. The shadow of King Vegeta suddenly appeared in his mind. The two figures overlapped. I am the Prince of the Suns, Vegeta. Why don't you kneel down when you see me? Vegeta said with a proud face. He didn't expect to meet this bastard here. If this guy can regard himself as king, he can spare his life. Prince Vegeta. Do you think this is still planet Vegeta? Sun Prince, stop daydreaming. Planet Vegeta has been completely destroyed by Frieza. What's more, I have already escaped from planet Vegeta. Why should I kneel down to you? Darls fired back like a machine gun. He used to be because the legal system of planet Vegeta was too unfair. There are genius warriors, intermediate warriors, and lower-level warriors. The combat effectiveness is tested at birth and then treated differently. You. Vegeta was speechless. It seems that he is still too kind. He actually wanted to give this guy a chance to reform and become his subordinate. I didn't expect him to be so careless about his life. Vegeta, don't be too sad. Your time has passed, why don't you all join me? With the physique of us Suns and the fruit of the spirit tree, we can develop rapidly. When I become the king of Suns, you will all be great contributors to the Suns. What do you think? Dales looked at Son Goku, Vegeta, and Son Gohan with a proud face. He felt that this condition was very tempting, and everyone was mutually beneficial. With the addition of the three people, it will definitely develop rapidly, and the ambition will be within reach. Tisk, don't dream about your spring and autumn period. Just relying on your appearance, you still want to be the king of Suns. Vegeta said angrily. This bastard actually wanted me to build a kingdom for him. He, Vegeta, he doesn't look as bad as you say, right? I look exactly like him, how can you say he looks like a dog? After hearing Vegeta's words, the corners of Son Goku's mouth twitched involuntarily. His appearance is exactly the same as the other parties, aren't you scolding me too? Son Goku didn't make a mistake in this matter. Kakarot, stop talking nonsense. I'm talking about you two bastards, who look like dogs. Vegeta yelled at Son Goku. This guy is just making trouble for himself. Okay, since everyone has different opinions, let's solve it in Arsyan way. Are you going to come together or one by one? If you lose, you must join us. Dale said to everyone. He couldn't convince everyone, so he could only solve it by force. Gohan, you stay here and let us take action first. Pico said to Son Gohan. He knew that if the other party took action, he would be in trouble. The aura of Darl's men is not weak either. Fighting is the fastest way to improve your combat power. Go ahead, be careful. Son Gohan doesn't care, as a bystander, he also has combat power attributes. What's more, he agreed to the North King so quickly, he came for the fruit of the spirit tree. The fruit that only gods can eat in legends? He had to taste the wonders of this fruit. Let's go together. It's also time to stretch your muscles. Tianjin Fan roared and rushed over. It's really frustrating to be a melon eater all the time. Piccolo and others also rushed out. How long will it take if they don't do anything now? Krillin and Yamcha deal with one of Dale's men. This guy is the same as Kulim from Team Jinyu. He is tall, powerful and very strong. Tianjin rice and dumplings are also the same. Piccolo also quickly found his opponent. On the 18th, I have nothing to do anyway, so let's go and have some fun together. Number 17 is also eager to try. He also wanted to join in the fun, which was better than being a melon eater here. You can go if you want, I'm not interested. Number 18 waved his hands. Her eyes secretly glanced at Son Gohan. It's up to you, I'm going. Number 17 left a word and rushed over. He is a restless master. That young man is not frivolous, and now he also wants to express himself in front of everyone. Get back the face you lost in front of Vegeta just now. Bang bang bang. Everyone started to fight. The battle begins. The detectors of Dale's and others exploded because they detected the overloaded combat power. Everyone began to test each other's strength. Everyone has rich combat experience. They were all fighting cautiously. The combat effectiveness of Dale's men is very strong. It seems that they also eat the fruits of the spiritual tree. This is not the first time that they have searched for a suitable planet in the universe to plant the seeds of a spiritual tree. Dale's, Son Goku and Vegeta also started to take action. The three of them soon began to grapple with each other. As soon as the battle started, system notifications kept coming from Son Gohan's mind. Ding, 100,000 combat power attributes are dropped from the front. Combat power attribute plus 400,000. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Chapter 98. The fruit of the spiritual tree ripened. Boom. The entire planet Helka shook. Everyone stopped and looked in the direction of the spirit tree. See that the fruits of the spiritual tree are all ripe. On the 18th, the fruit on the tree is ripe. Help pick these fruits. Son Gohan said to number 18 beside him. His body had disappeared into place. Number 18 reacted and flew in the direction of the spirit tree. Brothers, the fruit is ripe. Take them all off for me. Dale said to everyone. He left Goku and Vegeta behind and rushed over. Dale's men also dropped their opponents and flew toward the spirit tree. The Earth's warriors reacted and quickly chased after him. Want to pick fruits? Don't even think about it. Son Gohan's figure suddenly appeared in front of the spirit tree and stopped everyone. He was like a god of war possessing him, with a posture that one man could hold a barrier against even 10,000 others. Get out of my way! Dales roared and rushed over to knock Son Gohan away. It's like a mantis blocking the car. Do not overestimate your own capabilities. Just a little kid, but he dared to stop his progress. I'm not ashamed to say it, let you know how powerful I am. Son Gohan kicked Dares as he flew over. Boom! The other party comes and goes even faster. Dales just let out a scream and was blown back by a powerful impact. What? How can this brat be so powerful in combat? Dale said in disbelief. He had no idea that Son Gohan was so powerful. I just felt a flash before my eyes, and I flew back. Vegeta and Son Goku were originally chasing dares. Now the opponent actually flew back like a meteor, and the two of them hurriedly dodged. Son Gohan is like a sheep among wolves. Facing Dale's men who were flying over, he knocked them all back with a left hook and a right hook. Everyone, stop them and don't let them come over. Son Gohan said to the Earth warrior who was chasing him. Everyone understood and began to stop Dale's men to prevent them from rushing over again. Son Gohan arrived at the spirit tree with a high-speed movement and started picking frantically. Put the picked fruits of the spiritual tree into the system space. Damn it! My fruit! You brat, I won't let you go. Dale's controlled his body as it flew back. Son Gohan was seen frantically picking the fruits of the spirit tree. His eyes were bloodshot, like a mad beast. The fruit that finally matured was cut off. Dale's was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. A powerful breath burst out from his body. The powerful air waves centered on his body and dispersed in all directions. Dust was everywhere on the scene, and he fought with all his strength. These are the powers he has improved by eating the fruits of the spiritual tree in the past few years. Dale's had never suffered such humiliation. You have always bullied others, so there is no reason for others to bully you. Your opponent is me. Son Goku and Vegeta rushed towards Dale's. This time he won't let his prey escape again. The breaths of the two people also surged rapidly. They felt Dareth's aura getting stronger. Die to me. Dale's rushed towards the two of them. He wanted to kill someone right now, and he wanted to blow the opponent up with one punch. A double dragon came out of the sea, and two huge fists struck Son Goku and Vegeta. Son Goku and Vegeta also showed no signs of weakness and chose to fight hard. They each punched each other. Boom! Vegeta and Son Goku were both knocked dozens of meters away. A wave of air blew away the weathered soil on the ground. The warm-up exercises have been completed, and I want to show you how powerful I am. Aha! Vegeta instantly transforms into a Super Saiyan. The whole body was wrapped in a yellow aura. A terrifying aura instantly filled the air. Vegeta has transformed, so I'll show you my true strength. Ah! Son Goku also started to get excited. Instantly transforms into a Super Saiyan state. What? Super Saiyan? The strongest warrior in the universe, Super Saiyan. Damn it, how could they be the legendary Super Saiyans? A chill ran down Darl's spine, and cold sweat poured down his forehead. He never dreamed that the legendary Super Saiyan could be real. How to fight this? Seeing the two people shining with gold, their hair and eyebrows turned golden. Even his eyes turned light blue, and his eyes became sharp and terrifying. And the whole person's aura has improved by unknown levels. This look is really terrifying. I control my own life. This is just a legend. Stop pretending to be a fool here. Dales regained his composure and kept comforting himself. This is just their ploy to scare themselves. How could a Super Saiyan really exist in this world? Dales, please die. Vegeta roared, his body as fast as lightning. He appeared in front of Dales in an instant. What? How can you be so fast? Dales was shocked, he didn't expect Vegeta's speed to increase several times. Before he could react, he was hit in the stomach. Bang! There was a loud noise. It turned out that Vegeta punched Dales and sent him flying towards Son Goku. Puff! Dales spit out a mouthful of blood. He never dreamed that Vegeta's speed and strength had been greatly improved. Now the combat power of the two is simply different. Bang! Son Goku also punched Dales, who hit him and sent him flying back. A scream resounded throughout the battlefield. The combat power attribute of each punch of the crowd dropped. The system prompt sound kept coming out of Son Gohan's mind. Ding! Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Damn it! Is this the power of a Super Saiyan? This is too bullying. Dareth didn't expect that these two bastards were actually real Super Saiyans. He was now completely shocked by the other party's aura. He didn't even have the strength to fight back. The fighting power of everyone was really too far apart. It seems that this time he really kicked on the iron plate. Bang! With a loud bang, one of Dales's men, Dawes, was heavily knocked to the ground by Piccolo. Boom! A deep pit was smashed on the ground. Damn it, how could your fighting be so strong? Dawes roared angrily. He has never lost in the universe in the past few years. I didn't expect that he would be beaten by this green-faced monster now. It's not that I'm strong, it's that you're too weak. I'm embarrassed to use heavy hands, otherwise you would have been finished long ago. Piccolo said with contempt. Everyone has an opponent. If you get rid of the opponent so quickly, you won't have any fun. Damn it, you underestimate me. I'll show you my true strength. Dawes roared, and a terrifying aura burst out of his body. The muscles all over his body became stronger. Chapter 99. On the battlefield. How is it? This is my real fighting power. Dawes now unleashed all his strength and said with a smug look on his face. He felt his whole body was full of energy. The group of Darls had no way to sense the breath. Otherwise, Dawes would not have spoken like this. Asshole, I thought you were hiding your fighting power. I didn't expect you to be a softie. Piccolo shook his head helplessly. Since he merged with the god, his fighting power is comparable to that of Super Saiyan 1. This guy's fighting power is at most around 150,000. For a rubbish opponent like this, he doesn't even have the desire to attack now. You look down on me too much. I'm going to beat you to a pulp right now. Dawes bared his teeth and rushed towards Piccolo. He must press this guy to the ground and rub him. Shut up. Piccolo raised his hand and blasted an energy bomb. Instantly blasted this annoying guy into powder. Number 17 in the distance also blew up another guy. Pick them all up. Son Gohan ignored the fight of the crowd, and he silently said in his heart. The combat power attributes on the ground merged into his body like tadpole characters. His combat power continued to rise. After about a few minutes, the data in the combat power column stopped. The corners of Son Gohan's mouth curled up. He threw the fruits into his system space. This time it can be said that he had a good harvest. I didn't expect to encounter the fruit that only gods can eat in the legend. I can also harvest a wave of combat power attributes, which is really killing two birds with one stone. He and number 18 collected the 28 fruits of the spirit tree at once. Super Saiyan Son Goku and Vegeta were wandering around, playing with Darls like a ball. But when he saw Son Gohan picking all the fruits of the spirit tree, there was not one left. His body began to burst out with a strong breath, and his body stabilized. Super Saiyan Son Goku and Vegeta also stopped attacking. Good guy, he actually hid his true power. Assholes, you are going too far. You actually took all my fruits for yourself. Dales's face was ferocious, and he roared with gnashing teeth. He was filled with grief and anger, with veins bulging on his forehead and bloodshot eyes. Vegeta and Son Goku hit him like a ball, and now they want to take away the fruits of the spirit tree. Dales's anger has reached its peak. A wave of energy rushed up to the sky, and the sky was covered with dark clouds, lightning, and thunder. What is this? Son Goku and Vegeta looked at Dales with gleaming eyes. This guy's fighting power is constantly improving. This power is very familiar, is he going to become a Super Saiyan too? Son Goku and Vegeta looked at each other. They are too familiar with this feeling. Can anger also become a Super Saiyan? What? Such a terrifying aura. What's going on? Can this guy also transform into a Super Saiyan? Everyone stopped and looked in the direction of Darls. Some were happy and some were worried. Dallas's men were shining. Is this the real strength of the adults? Looking at this phenomenon, it seems to be very powerful. It's a pity that the detector is not here, otherwise we can see the terrifying combat power of Dales. Son Gohan and others saw that Dales' aura was surging wildly. He knew that this guy was also going to break through and become a Super Saiyan. I didn't expect that because of his own time travel, he robbed the fruit of the spirit tree. Dallas also became a Super Saiyan because of anger. I'll add some ingredients for you so that I can harvest more combat attributes. Bang! Son Gohan punched the trunk of the spirit tree. Crackling! The data of the entire spirit tree began to explode, and the inside and the roots were all smashed to pieces by Son Gohan. A gust of wind blew, and the spirit tree turned into dust. A shiny seed fell down. Son Gohan reached out to catch the seed that fell. Is this the seed of the spirit tree? He looked at it and found nothing special, so he threw the seed into the system space. Damn it! Give me back my seed! Ah! Dales gritted his teeth, and he didn't feel anything when his nails pierced his palm. Blood flowed down the cracks of his hands. It can be seen that his grief and anger have reached a certain level. Dales struggled hard, and the white flame instantly turned into golden yellow. He successfully broke through the limit of Super Saiyan. A wave of air swept across the entire battlefield in an instant. Dust rose up, and waves of air spread in all directions with him as the center. Ha 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 ha! I didn't expect a blessing in disguise. Saiyans can actually become Super Saiyans. This power is really great. Dales felt the terrifying fighting power in his body. He was ecstatic. There is always a way out. I never thought I would become a Super Saiyan. Haven't you always laughed at me for being an inferior warrior? I'm slapped in the face this time, right? You bastards, if it wasn't for Frieza destroying planet Vegeta, Dales may have to go back and slap others in the face. Hey hey hey, congratulations Darius. Now we can have another good fight. Son Goku said with full fighting spirit. He just wants to have a sweaty battle now. You two bastards, you are bullying the minority. Dales said with an angry look. He is not stupid, he knows that these two bastards are very capable in fighting. As the saying goes, 2 fists are no match for 4, and he is not so arrogant that he can deal with 2 Super Saiyans. Hey hey hey, your manpower is too small, we don't even have enough. So, I'll just make do with Vegeta. Son Goku scratched his head and said with an embarrassed look. He turned his head and said, Vegeta, you let me fight Dales first. After Dales mentioned what Son Goku said, the corners of his mouth twitched and he and Vegeta were about to beat me. Okay, just wait for me, I won't let you two bastards go. Carrot, are you kidding me? Why don't you let me fight him first? Vegeta said with an angry look on his face. The battle just now was not satisfying at all, and now I see that Dales can actually transform. He became full of fighting spirit again. That's it, how about we play guessing games? Son Goku thought for a while and soon came up with this method. Dales was almost furious when he heard the conversation between the two. These two are really bastards, do you think he doesn't exist? I'm going to peel you two off in a moment. Press it down on the ground and rub it. Scissors, paper, rock. The final victory between the two was Vegeta. Son Goku looked dejected. Unexpectedly, his prey was snatched away by Vegeta. If I had known earlier, I wouldn't have asked him to come here when I was on Earth. Dales, I hope you won't disappoint me. Vegeta rushed towards Darius. His speed was like lightning, and he suddenly lost his place. Chapter 100, One Move Determines Victory. Vegeta, stop talking nonsense. If you have the guts, just come at me. Super Saiyan Darls roared. Now he is a Super Saiyan. Strength and speed have also been greatly improved. Dareth has a strong energy in his body as a backing, and now he is fearless. After becoming a Super Saiyan, his mentality has changed dramatically. It has to be said that Saiyans are arrogant, and Darls is now inflated. It's good to be confident, but you also need considerable strength to control it. Vegeta's voice came slowly. It's like a demon crawling out of hell. Here. Dareth punched to the right. Bang. 2 powerful impact forces spread instantly. Bang bang bang. The two fought together instantly. The sound of power collision kept coming from the air. The ground was blown into a mess by the air waves. Every time the two collided, a strong airflow surged. Ding, a combat attribute of 1 million is dropped in front. Combat attribute plus 100. Vegeta and Darius fought fiercely. Combat power attributes dropped like rain. The system prompts kept coming out of Son Gohan's mind. It was really nice to collect this wave of combat power. I didn't expect Darius to become a Super Saiyan. In the anime, this guy was blasted into pieces by Son Goku's spirit bomb. On another battlefield, Krillin and Yamcha also killed their opponents. Although both of them were injured, they were extremely happy. It has been a long time since I had such a good fight. Tien Shinyan and Jiaozi cooperated very well and successfully took the enemy away. Everyone gathered together to watch the duel between the two Super Saiyans. Vegeta, I really want to thank you very much. If it weren't for your humiliation, I wouldn't have become a Super Saiyan. I will thank you very much later. Dalius said arrogantly. He now feels the horror of the power of a Super Saiyan. You talk too much nonsense. I was just teasing you just now. As soon as Vegeta finished speaking, he kicked Darl's head with a powerful diamond kick. He found that this guy was getting more and more pretentious. When I became a Super Saiyan, you didn't know where to plant trees. Now that I have a little strength, I am starting to expand. Darl saw Vegeta's kick. He raised his arm to block it with confidence. Bang! With a loud bang, he felt a burst of soreness in his arm. The whole person was blown away by a huge impact force. Darls was completely stunned by the kick. Vegeta's strength just now was not so great. Could it be that this guy is hiding his strength? Darls used a strange body movement to remove the impact force on his body. After stabilizing his body, he used the Prince style to fight Vegeta. Da-da-da! The energy bullet in Darl's hand was like a machine gun, blasting towards Vegeta. Boom! The explosion was deafening, and Vegeta's body was soon submerged by the energy bomb. The explosion of the energy bomb was like setting off firecrackers, and thick smoke billowed. Fuck! I didn't expect that Darius's combat power would become so terrifying after he became a Super Saiyan. I don't think Vegeta has shown his true strength at all. This guy just likes to show off. Everyone felt that Vegeta's aura had not diminished at all. The onlookers watched the battle and complained. On the battlefield. Ha ha ha! Vegeta, you would never have thought that you would fall into my hands. Darius laughed while attacking with energy. He looked at the billowing smoke. With such a fierce attack, Vegeta must have been blasted into slag by himself. Darius stopped attacking and looked at the billowing smoke of the explosion. Darius, you are too happy too early. The smoke dissipated, and Vegeta's figure slowly appeared. His whole body was wrapped in a golden energy shield, and even his clothes were not torn. No, impossible. This is not true. After such a fierce attack, nothing happened. Dale looked at Vegeta in disbelief. He didn't believe this was true. No one could be unscathed under such a fierce attack. What a fuss, haven't you heard of the protective shield? Vegeta looked at Dale with contempt. This bastard's reaction was quite fast. So that's it, is it this faint light curtain on your body? I didn't expect you to have this trick. Dale suddenly realized. He thought Vegeta would not be afraid of the attack of the energy bomb. It turned out that the problem was this light curtain. Now it's my turn to attack. Vegeta's eyes turned cold, and his body flashed and disappeared on the spot. Dale also flashed and disappeared on the spot. The bodies of the two kept interweaving and chasing each other. Boom! A breath surged, and Vegeta's speed surged, quickly chasing Dale. He didn't want to play hide and seek with this bastard anymore. Fuck! This bastard's speed can actually be improved. Dale's punched Vegeta when he saw him blocking him. Vegeta grabbed his hand and threw him to the ground with an over-the-shoulder throw. Oh no! Dale's was shocked. He didn't expect Vegeta's movements to be much better. His body was falling to the ground quickly. Vegeta's knee hit Dale's. The two of them fell to the ground like meteors. You bastard! Dale's panicked and cursed. But his body was hit hard by Vegeta's knee. Boom! A huge deep pit was smashed into the ground. Puff! Dale spit out a mouthful of old blood. He quickly kicked Vegeta. Who knew that the other party dodged his attack with a strange body movement? Vegeta, I'm going to cut you into pieces. Ah! Dale's rolled over and stood up. He raised his hand to wipe the blood stains from the corner of his mouth, and roared at Vegeta who was suspended in the air. His aura continued to rise, squeezing all the strength in his body. Ha ha ha, interesting, I didn't expect your strength to be able to increase. Vegeta looked at this guy's aura and continued to rise. He didn't attack either. Saiyans are just waves, and they hope to fight stronger opponents. So Vegeta looked at Dales with interest, hoping that he could become stronger. Only then would he be qualified to be his opponent. Boom! A powerful force blasted in all directions, and Dales's arrogance rose sharply. Vegeta, let's decide the outcome in one move. Dales just started to condense energy waves after increasing the vibration force. He wanted to blast Vegeta into slag. Want to fight with me? I'll help you. Ultimate Flash! Vegeta opened his hands wide, released super strong energy, and then merged the energy of the two hands together. Both of them were condensing more energy, and both wanted to take the other away in one wave. Chapter 101, Dividing the Spoils, the Terrifying Effect of the Fruit of the Spirit Tree. Helka. Dales and Vegeta were both frantically condensing the strongest energy waves. Both of them bet on the outcome of this move, and if it fails, they will be benevolent. The entire planet was shaking violently, because the energy condensed by both parties was so powerful. Fuck! What a terrible smell! These two guys want to decide the outcome with one move. With such a huge energy attack, if either side loses, it will be reduced to rubble. Syuns are all monsters. The aura of the two of them is so powerful. The onlookers were shocked when they felt the terrifying aura exuding from Vegeta and Dales. Syun fighting is terrifying. Looking at this posture and this move, one person will definitely be blasted to pieces by the opponent. Can Vegeta defeat Darius? Vegeta, die! Dales blasted Vegeta with the huge energy wave condensed in his hand. The outcome depends on this move. If you want me to die, it depends on your ability. Vegeta also condensed the most powerful ultimate flash. He also blasted in the direction of Dales. Boom! Two thick and domineering energy beams collided instantly. Ding! 1 million combat power attributes have been dropped from the front. The combat power attribute is increased by 1 million. Huge energy collided, and combat attributes were dropped one after another. System notifications kept ringing in Son Gohan's mind. Two destructive auras filled the entire planet. The great collision of energy produced a powerful wave of air that swept across the entire battlefield instantly. Because the entire planet has been eaten away by the spirit tree, the surface has been weathered away. The attack of this air wave was like a sandstorm. After everyone saw it, cold sweat kept flowing down their foreheads. This was like being buried alive. Number 18 involuntarily leaned closer to Son Gohan. She was also shocked when she discovered what she had done. What is this situation? Is this the so-called sense of security? Or is this guy saving her a few times, so she will be safer by his side? When Son Gohan saw this powerful air wave coming, it was like a Category 12 typhoon. He opened the protective shield in an instant, covering everyone inside. After everyone saw this scene, they all felt like they were surviving a disaster. He didn't expect Gohan's shield to be so big. Everyone looked at him with gratitude. Everyone didn't think too much and continued to watch this peak showdown. The outcome depends on this move. How could this tense moment be missed? Come on, Vegeta! Dales's energy wave was blasted backwards by Vegeta's ultimate flash. After all, the time it took for him to become a Super Saiyan was too short. Vegeta was different. He had long since become a Super Saiyan and had been training hard in the spiritual time room for 2 years. No, it's impossible. Dales looked in disbelief as he watched the energy beam towards him being forced back by Vegeta's energy beam. With a ferocious expression on his face, he wildly outputted energy at the beam of light, squeezing the full potential of his body. Dale's energy beam instantly surged, and he actually began to advance against Vegeta's energy beam without retreating. When he saw this situation, the stone in his heart slowly relaxed. Dales, do you think this is all my energy? Vegeta had a playful expression in his eyes. He also increased his output towards the energy beam. What? Ah! The huge energy beam instantly swallowed Dales. He only let out a scream, and his whole body slowly melted away under the huge energy beam. Since then, there has been one less Saiyan in the universe. Okay, I finally won. Vegeta's combat power has also improved quite quickly. But this guy just loves to show off. If we had this power, it would be over if we could use it as soon as possible. After everyone saw the Dallas energy beam melting away, the stone in my heart slowly relaxed. Unexpectedly, Dares, that bastard, could break through to Super Saiyan at the last moment. Son Gohan opened the protective shield covering everyone. He silently said in his mind, pick them all up. The combat attributes falling on the ground poured into his body one after another. The combat power in the combat column is skyrocketing like crazy. After a few minutes, the combat power data slowly stopped. He took a closer look at the combat power and took a deep breath. Everyone laughed and laughed. Number 17 and number 18 also share this fun. The two of them were also infected by this atmosphere and laughed heartily. Legend has it that only gods can eat the fruits of the spiritual tree. After eating it, your combat effectiveness will be greatly improved. Let's have a taste now. Everyone has a share, 2 pills each. Son Gohan took out the fruits of the spirit tree and distributed them to everyone. In the anime, Dales ate this fruit and his combat power skyrocketed. He also wanted to unify the entire universe, but was killed by Son Goku's energy bomb in the end. That proves that these fruits are very helpful in improving combat effectiveness. Really? Very good. I didn't expect there would be an unexpected harvest this time. Ha ha ha, we don't have to be cheerleaders anymore. Everyone's eyes sparkled when they heard this. Especially number 17 and number 18 were extremely excited. I didn't expect this fruit to be so magical. Son Gohan actually gave them too. Everyone stared at each other with excitement in their eyes. I'm going to start eating. Son Goku said carelessly. He stuffed the whole fruit of the spirit tree into his mouth and chewed it for a few times. Everyone saw Son Goku start eating, and they also started chewing all the fruits. Gurgle. Gurgle. With a few sounds, everyone swallowed the fruits into their stomachs. Boom boom boom. A terrible breath burst out. The whole planet was shaking constantly. A strong breath burst out from Tian Xinyan and others. They were in a state of shock. This fruit that only gods can eat is really great. It can actually quickly increase the combat effectiveness of the body. Everyone broke through one after another, and now the combat effectiveness is constantly rising. A breath of air instantly filled the entire battlefield. Everyone was so happy that they were about to fly. This was really cool. I didn't expect that there would be such a good thing this time. In the future, everyone can also participate in the battle, and no longer have to be a spectator. Am I dreaming? I feel full of strength. Krillin said excitedly. I didn't expect that my strength would reach such a terrifying level. After everyone ate the fruit of the spirit tree, their combat power was greatly improved. If there is a detector. Krillin's combat power is now 1.1 million. Yamcha has also reached 1.07 million. Tian Xinyan has also reached a terrifying 1.8 million. Jiao's combat power is 50,000. Piccolo's combat power is 30 billion. Chapter 102. Earth. Son Gohan used teleportation to bring everyone back to Earth. This time, a total of 28 fruits of the spiritual tree were picked. There were 10 people going to Helka together, and Son Gohan gave each person 2 fruits. The remaining 8 are all on Son Gohan's body. Then let's all separate here. I still want to practice in the spiritual time room. Piccolo said to everyone. After this battle with Shalu, he will work harder to practice. The enemies coming out now are becoming more and more terrifying in combat effectiveness. If you want to participate in the battle, you must make yourself stronger. He is not willing to be just a melon eater, so he has to fight. I am coming too. Let's all go together. Can't everyone practice for 2 years? I'll go too. Yamcha, Klin, Tianjin Fan and Dumpling were full of fighting spirit. They also want to do their part for the planet. Whoosh! The 5 people said goodbye to everyone and flew towards the Temple of Heaven. He quickly disappeared from their sight. You brat, I will definitely surpass you next time we meet. Vegeta said a harsh word and flew towards Zidu. He thought that Son Gohan had become Super too, and now he wanted to go back and devote himself to training. I, Prince Vegeta, must break through the boundaries of Super Saiyan 2. Son Gohan, Son Goku, we also say goodbye. Number 17 said goodbye to Son Goku and his son. However, No 18's eyes couldn't help but look at Son Gohan. She didn't understand why she felt a little reluctant to leave. Go ahead and come to Bayazai Mountain to find us when you have time. You are always welcome to be our guests. Son Goku and his son said to them. Son Gohan nodded to number 18. They also left here on the 17th and 18th. Gohan, we haven't seen Grandpa Kame Sennin for a long time. Why don't we go see him now? Son Goku saw everyone flying away. He said to Son Gohan. Ever since his grandfather died, it was Kame Senrin who taught him how to practice, read and write. So Son Goku wanted to visit his old man often. No problem, let's leave now. Son Gohan readily agreed. Their bodies suddenly disappeared from where they were. They used teleportation to travel to Turtle Immortal Island. The two fathers and sons and Kami Zenran had a nice gathering together. Before leaving, he also presented the fruit of a spiritual tree to Turtle Immortal. The perverted old man was also happy when he heard about the magic of this fruit. He praised Son Goku and his son for their filial piety. Then the two used teleportation again to go to Bulma's house for dinner. Take a look at Trunks as a child. And talking about some projects with Boomer. Bulma was also filled with joy when she saw the arrival of the two father and son. Because Son Gohan brought her good things every time he came. The spaceship captured by Son Gohan last time on planet Namek was sold to Bulma's Universal Capsule Group. Let Bulma's group make a lot of money. Bulma prepared a sumptuous meal for the two father and son. She is not stingy either, since her family is not short of money anyway. After they had had enough wine and food, they started chatting. Gohan, did you bring something good this time? Bulma is indeed a businessman, and now she has taken over the entire Universal Capsule Group. When I opened my mouth, I wanted to know if Son Gohan was going to bring any good projects. Whether it is a good thing or not, you can tell after you read it. Son Gohan walked out of the hall and came to the square of their home. With a wave of his hand, he took out the instruments, drawings, and some semi-finished products collected from Dr. Giro's laboratory. Now he still has Frisia's luxury spaceship and the Jinyu team's spaceship in his system space. Fuck. Gohan, are you going to rob someone? Bulma was also frightened by Son Gohan. A curse word came out of his mouth involuntarily. She excitedly ran over to take a look at the drawings, materials, instruments, and some semi-finished products. Bulma is a top scientist, and she knew at a glance that this was a major breakthrough for mankind. I have to admit that Dr. Gro is a genius, and his creation of robots is amazing. For example, a perfect robot like number 16. If these technologies come out, they will be a global sensation. The whole world will be mechanized. Of course, it is impossible for robots built in the future to be as lifelike and have combat skills as number 16. Otherwise the Earth will be in chaos. Boomer wants to simplify these machines and use them all in the service industry. Gohan, you are my noble one. Your project is too big, just think of it as you provide the technology and I provide the labor and production. I will give you 50% of the shares at that time. Just leave the other trivial matters to us, and you can just wait for the dividends. Bulma said with excitement. No matter how you do this project, you will not suffer any loss. What's more, she is not short of money, and she might have bigger projects in the future. Then leave everything to beautiful Bulma. Son Gohan teased. He has traveled through time and knows the importance of money. Now it's just collecting some spoils, and it's mutually beneficial with Bulma. What's more, Bulma is a super rich man in Dragon Ball. Son Gohan wants to use Bulma's line to make himself rich. He doesn't want to be as poor as Son Goku in the anime. He lives on the prize money of the world's first martial arts tournament. He wants to live the life he wants. And make his family live comfortably. Change the anime Chi-Chi who works day and night for a living. He is no longer the Son Gohan in the anime. Now he has his own ideas and plans. In the anime, Son Goku only cares about training and never pays for this family. In the later period of Dragon Ball, Chi-Chi didn't want Son Gohan to abandon his studies and participate in the world's first martial arts tournament. But Chi-Chi heard that there was a large sum of money for winning the championship. She said with surprise, there is not much money at home, Gohan must win the game and get the prize. Chi-Chi even asked Gohan to take a leave to practice for the first time and to participate in the world's first martial arts tournament to win the prize. It can be seen that Chi-Chi is also worried about this family. Goku has Bulma, a rich woman, by his side, but he can still live like that, which is unique. It can be seen that he has never thought about this family. Gohan and Bulma quickly reached a cooperation. From then on, there is no need to worry about money. Before Gohan left, he gave 3 fruits of the spirit tree to Bulma and her parents. Although they don't practice, this fruit can strengthen the body and get a longer life. There are 4 more fruits of the spirit tree. They are left to Gohan's grandfather, the Bull Demon King, and his 2 mothers, the future time and the main time Chi-Chi. Because the Sengoku is physically strong, the 2 Chi-Kais are also very happy. After all, both of them are themselves, and there is no jealousy. What's more, Son Goku has strong physical strength, and a woman can't bear it at all. Gohan, let's go home now. Son Goku is also eager to go home to practice. Because he didn't see Vegeta when he went to Bulma's house. Let's find the Dragon Ball first, and then go back. Son Gohan has the Dragon Ball radar given by future Chi-Chi. He used the skill of instant teleportation and disappeared with Son Goku. Chapter 103, Make a Wish to the Dragon. Bun Mountain. Son Gohan and Son Goku used their teleportation skills to quickly find the 7 Dragon Balls. Son Goku's family all stood together. Son Gohan has already talked about transforming Baizai Mountain. They have no objection. Anyway, Baizai Mountain is so big that their sons can build whatever they want. Come out, Shenlong! Son Gohan gathered the 7 Dragon Balls together and shouted loudly to the Dragon Balls. The sky suddenly turned dark, with lightning and thunder. Dragon Ball sent a bolt of lightning into the sky. Although I have watched Shenlong appear so many times, it feels so scary every time. 2 Kikai hid on the left and right side of Son Goku and said. After all, we are all women, and it is normal to be afraid. Suddenly the shadow of the dragon appeared in the sky. Whoever collects the 7 Dragon Balls, tell me your wish. No matter what your wishes are, I will grant them to you, but they can only be 3. Shenlong's unchanging opening words were spoken powerfully and domineeringly. After Dandy became the god of the earth, he helped upgrade the Dragon Balls. Shenron, help me build a home like Bulma's in this place. Son Gohan said his first wish. He is a person who has traveled through time, and he just wants to live a more comfortable life with his family. There is no need to worry about making ends meet. Son Gohan thinks Bulma's home is very nice. He made a wish to the dragon according to this request. There is a mountain behind Bulma's house, which is as big as Baizai Mountain. Dr. Breves, Boomer's father, kept many stray animals there. Dinosaurs, lions, cats, and dogs, etc. Son Gohan is not as stupid as Son Goku. He only knows how to pay for others, but he himself lives in poverty. Now that Son Gohan has traveled here, this hard life must come to an end. After all, he is not as opinionated as Son Gohan from the Dragon Ball anime. Now Son Gohan has his own opinions and plans. Shenlong's eyes flickered, and Baizai Mountain began to change. It started to be renovated according to the style of Zeta Bauma's house. Son Goku and the 2 Kikai were very shocked when they saw the changes on the buns. They didn't expect that Gohan would make a wish to Shenlong and transform Baizai Mountain into something like Bulma's house. Because they all know the Universal Capsule Group and how big and luxurious Bulma's home is. Kikai's family was originally very wealthy, but after the Bull Demon King's castle and gold and silver treasures were burned down. Only then would she live a life of poverty. Houses are rising all around Baizai. Everywhere is full of high-tech atmosphere. The doors are all automatic doors with passwords. There are also some ugly little robots that do the cleaning. In the blink of an eye, Baizai Mountain has changed drastically. Shenlong also realized his wish. The first wish has been fulfilled for you. Please tell me your second wish. The mighty and domineering voice of Shenlong rang out. The second wish is to help me recreate No 16. Son Gohan said to Shenlong. Because number 16 is a robot, he cannot be resurrected at all. You have to go back to the drawing board and reinvent yourself, and listen to your own orders from now on. He wants to resurrect number 16 to look after his home and courtyard. This guy is kind-hearted, loves small animals, and has strong fighting ability. According to the current plot, Sun Wushan will be born in 1 year. I wonder if my mother in time and space will give birth to another child in the future? Son Gohan had a smirk on his face when he thought of this. When the time comes, it would be great to let number 16 take care of the child. For 16's size, it's more than enough to be a nanny and part-time bodyguard. No problem, I'll rebuild number 16 for you right away. Shenlong said, his eyes lit up enchantingly red. In front of Son Gohan, the figure of number 16 slowly appeared. Master, thank you for giving me life. I am willing to serve you in the future. Number 16 was reunited by Son Gohan, who made a wish to Shenlong. So now Son Gohan is his master. Number 16, you're welcome. Just call me Gohan from now on. Son Gohan looked at number 16 with a satisfied look on his face. He was very happy. Dragon Ball was a good thing. Make a wish and your request will be fulfilled. Okay, Gohan. Number 16 said respectfully. Now Son Gohan is the reborn parent of number 16. His word is a command. This is my father, Son Goku. Mom Kikai, you must listen to them in the future. Son Gohan pointed at Son Goku and Kikai and introduced. Because Son Goku and Vegeta were practicing in the spiritual time room at that time and had never seen number 16 at all. Son Goku, Kikai and number 16 greeted each other one by one. Unexpectedly, his son actually made a wish to recreate a robot. And it looks like this guy is also a good at work. Moreover, this kind of body shape is also good looking when taken out. On the 16th, there is no difference between following others. The second wish has been granted for you. Please tell me your third wish. The dragon's voice sounded again. The second wish has now been fulfilled. The third wish is to defuse the bombs on number 18 and no 17. Son Gohan made a wish to Shenlong to dismantle the bombs number 18 and number 17. Anyway, I still have one wish, so let's use it on the two of them. This wish is very simple and will be fulfilled for you immediately. Shenlong said easily. The eyes lit up red again. The micro bombs on the hearts of number 18 and number 17, which were flying not far away, disappeared. The two of them felt comfortable. They all sensed that the micro bomb on their hearts had been deactivated. What is happening? How come the micro bombs on us disappeared without a trace? Is it related to the current scene? There is no information about the Earth Dragon in their database. So they don't know that in this world, they can also find the 7 Dragon Balls to summon the dragon to make wishes. The two of them wanted to know what was going on, and rushed towards the dragon suspended in the air. It turns out that number 17 and number 18 saw darkness in the sky, and there were abnormalities in the distance. You can see a dragon hovering in the sky from a distance. The two of them flew over out of curiosity and it was not far away from them. 3 wishes have been fulfilled, goodbye. After Shenlong finished speaking, the 7 Dragon Balls turned into stones and flew in all directions like meteors. The sky suddenly became clear again. Son Gohan looked at this new home and felt happy in his heart. Life will only get better and better in the future. Mom, this place is so big, you should call Grandpa to live here. After all, it's more lively when there are more people. Son Gohan said to Kikai. Gohan, you are really family-oriented and filial. If any girl marries our Gohan in the future, she will find a treasure. In the main space, Kikai saw that the whole family was safe and sound, with a happy smile on her face. She was also happy when she saw this new home. After all, I used to be a wealthy daughter. Who doesn't want to live a good life? In the past, when you married a chicken, you followed the chicken. When you married a dog, you followed the dog. In addition, Son Goku does not seek progress and does not care about his family all day long. It's okay now, my Gohan has finally grown up. I can now shoulder the burden of the family. Tears kept welling up in her eyes. Okay, I can't wait to see this new home. Let's go take a look quickly. Son Gohan and his family walked happily into luxurious houses. Swimming pool, basketball court, football field, gym, etc. The furniture here is everything you need. TV, air conditioner, washing machine, sofa, etc. Everything is in the most luxurious style. The most important thing is that there are very humane robots at their disposal. There are also some small robots cleaning, pruning flowers and other robots. Staying here is like a royal experience. Chapter 104. The shock of number 18 and number 17. Bayazai Mountain. Goku, can I pick up Dad and live here? In the past, when my family became smaller, I didn't dare to speak. In the future time and space, my father will die early, and I will not fulfill my filial piety. Fortunately, there is a chance to make amends now. Kikai also wants to live with her father, the Bull Demon King, in the future. Because the Bull Demon King in the future time and space also died early, she did not fulfill her filial piety. Kikai, who is in the main time and space, also looks distressed for herself in the future time and space. She also wants to live with the Bull Demon King. After his mother died, the Bull Demon King did not marry another woman for his own sake. Now I am alone. Fortunately, Goku and Gohan are safe in this time and space. If it is like the future time and space, I may not be able to persist. It's scary to think about it. How can one survive alone? Sure. If you didn't tell me, I would have brought my father-in-law over to live with him. In the future time and space, your life will be really miserable. From now on, our family will enjoy life well. Son Goku said with a heartbroken expression. Now Son Gohan is taking care of everything. Son Goku seems to have learned a lot in life. I didn't expect these words to come from his mouth. The two Kikai blushed with shame after hearing these words. We have guests arriving so soon. Son Gohan looked outside and said. Phew. Suddenly, two figures fell from the sky. It turned out to be the 18th and 17th. The two of them flew towards the place where the dragon disappeared. They were completely shocked when they saw the rows of buildings on Bayazai Mountain. Unexpectedly, there is a rich man hiding in the wilderness. I didn't expect you to come to me so soon. Did you miss me? Son Gohan came out of the house and saw number 17 and number 18. He couldn't help but tease. Son Gohan? I didn't expect it was you. Bah, you are so beautiful. I miss you so much. On the 18th, he was also very shocked when he saw it was Son Gohan. My heart felt like a deer bumping into each other. She didn't understand why her heart beat so fast every time she met this guy. Hello girl, are you Gohan's girlfriend? Welcome to our home. At this time, future Kikai also walked out of the house. After seeing the appearance of number 18, he was also very happy. He didn't expect that a girl would come to see his son at such a young age. Kikai has never seen number 17 and number 18 in the future time and space. Moreover, at that time, artificial humans were destroying everywhere, and there was no signal on the TV. After Son Goku died in the future, Kikai never left Bayazai Mountain and rarely asked about other things. All she knew was that artificial humans were everywhere destroying the earth and killing people. Girlfriend? After hearing Kikai's words, No 18's face turned as red as a red apple. Why don't I refute it? Do I really like Son Gohan? Cough cough cough. Let me introduce, this is my mother, Kikai. This beauty is number 18. You handsome guys are her brother No 17. Son Gohan introduced to the three of them. The three of them greeted each other one by one. Kikai came over and took No 18's hand and walked into the mansion. She liked this pretty girl very much. Son Gohan made a gesture of invitation, and number 17 followed suit and walked in. When number 18 and number 17 came to the lobby, they saw a familiar person number 16. The two of them suddenly became extremely excited. Future Kikai let go of No 18's hand. She didn't expect that this beauty would know number 16. Number 16, number 17, number 18, isn't this the same order? No wonder they were excited. Number 16. Number 18 and number 17 were extremely excited when they saw number 16. No 17's eyes began to moisten. Number 18 even cried with joy, tears falling involuntarily. In their minds, the scene of number 16 retreating to protect them that day appeared in their minds. Something is wrong. Has number 16 been reduced to rubbish by Cell? How come he was resurrected? And he's still with Son Gohan? Number 17, number 18, I'm glad you're okay. Number 16 said with a slight smile. He didn't expect to see the two of them again. Thank you, we're fine. Both of them came over and hugged number 16. Number 18 burst into tears of excitement. I didn't expect to see the good brother who once protected me with his life again. The three hugged each other for a while and soon separated. Son Gohan, what's going on? Number 18 calmed down, turned to look at Son Gohan and said with a puzzled expression. She has many questions in her mind now. What exactly is going on? It was obvious that number 16 had been reduced to rubble by Shala before their eyes. But here we see number 16 again. And he was also with Son Gohan and his family. Let's sit down and talk. Son Gohan walked to the sofa and sat down. He made a gesture of invitation, asking number 17 and number 18 to sit down. Master, two guests, do you want tea, drinks, or coffee? At this time, a robot came over and asked. It's full of technology here. Son Gohan ordered a cup of coffee. Drinks on the 18th and 17th. In the future, Kikai will drink tea. Here's the thing, we have 7 Dragon Balls on Earth. As long as you collect all 7 Dragon Balls, you can summon the dragon to make 3 wishes. No matter what the wish is, even the human Shenlong who has been killed can be resurrected. However, number 16 is a robot, so I will ask Shenlong to recreate No 16. Son Gohan explained to the two of them. After hearing this, number 18 and number 17 looked incredulous. It turns out that the scenes I just saw were Son Gohan making a wish. So you promised to defuse the bombs on us? The beautiful eyes of number 18 looked at Son Gohan and asked. Her heart was beating very fast. Number 18 was not stupid, and she quickly figured out what was going on. The bomb on his body was the one Son Gohan made a wish to Shenlong to defuse. Why would he be so kind to me and save him over and over again? Now he is still looking for the 7 Dragon Balls and summons the dragon to make a wish to help him defuse the bomb. And how did he know he had a bomb on him? This is such a mysterious man. Number 18 is very curious about what kind of person Son Gohan is. When a girl is curious about a boy, she will slowly fall in love with him. It was like poison, slowly eroding her heart. Son Gohan, thank you, I owe you on the 17th. If anything happens in the future, just ask, I'm bound to do it. Number 17 patted his chest and said with a proud face. He didn't expect Son Gohan to be so generous. Not only did he defeat Cell and save himself, he also stood up when Vegeta was killing him. Now they need to find 7 Dragon Balls to make wishes and help them defuse the dangerous bombs on them. You're welcome. It's just a little effort. Son Gohan said calmly. Number 18 rolled his eyes. I believe you, is this still a piece of cake? Ha ha ha, rare visitor. Welcome to our home. At this time, Son Goku and Kikai, the master of time and space, had finished visiting other rooms. When I returned to the living room, I saw number 17 and number 18. This girl is so pretty. Kikai, who is in charge of time and space, also looked happy when she saw the appearance of number 18. She also held No 18's hand and said. Hello, excuse me. I'm causing trouble for you. Number 17 and number 18 said. Their eyes couldn't help but look at the two Kikai. Are these twin sisters? Why do they look exactly the same? Chapter 105. A Peaceful Life. What? Future time and space. It's really incredible. Are you Kikai from the future time and space? And you are Kikai from this time and space. You are actually the same person. I thought you two were twin sisters. Number 18 and number 17 looked shocked. If you haven't seen it with your own eyes, you won't believe it. This is too incredible. Unexpectedly, the mother of Son Gohan in front of her turned out to be Kikai, a person from the future time and space. 3 women in a drama, 2 Kikai and number 18 chatting together. Shishi, Gohan, I'm coming. At this time, the bold Demon King came to the gate and shouted loudly. He was shocked by the changes in Bayazai Mountain. It's been so long since I've been here, how could it suddenly become so luxurious? He thought he was in the wrong place. It turned out that Kikai had called the bold Demon King just now. He said that the family had moved into a new home today and asked him to move here in the future. Now his grandson has to cook himself and make a sumptuous meal. I asked the bold Demon King to come over and everyone was busy. 2 Kikai and Son Goku walked out of the room. Press the remote control and the electronic door will slowly open. Ha ha ha. This new home is quite grand. It's similar to my old castle. The bold Demon King smiled heartily. I am also very satisfied when I see my daughter's new home. It seems that he is finally coming through. He parked the car. Dad, you had a hard time on the road. I'll stay here from now on, so I don't have to worry about running around. The 2 Kikai held the bold Demon King's arms, one on the left and the other on the right. They also looked happy when they saw their father coming. Grandpa, you are here. I'm just waiting for you to start dinner. I must have 2 drinks today. Son Gohan also said excitedly. He is preparing a sumptuous meal today. Several bottles of wine and spirits were also opened. Today is their first day moving into their new home. Just think of it as a housewarming, and you must have a good meal. What's more, he was a 5-star chef before he traveled through time. I haven't shown my hand in a long time. Okay, my good grandson. I must have a few drinks today. The bold Demon King said boldly. Number 18 and number 17 also greeted the bold Demon King. Seeing how warm Son Gohan's family was, they were also moved. Everyone came to a table of exquisite meals with shocked expressions on their faces. Was this really done by Son Gohan? This is so beautifully done. This dish is delicious, tasty, and appetizing. This meal lasted 2 hours. After eating and drinking, everyone went outside for a walk. Grandpa, Mom, I have learned a trick before that can stimulate the body's potential. Son Gohan said to the three of them. He wanted to use the potential-enhancing skills of the great elder of Namek to improve the combat effectiveness of the three of them. Is there such a powerful move in this world? Come on, come and try it for me. Bull Demon King and Kikai said with shock and surprise on their faces. Especially Kikai from the future time and space, with a golden light in her eyes. She personally felt the helplessness and sadness of the future time and space. If Son Gohan and others in the future time and space were more powerful at that time, they would not be killed by artificial humans. Son Gohan puts his hand on future Kiki's head to stimulate her body's potential. A powerful and terrifying aura erupted from future Kikai's body. Her beautiful eyes widened, feeling her own power in disbelief. Okay, great. My body's strength has increased hundreds of times. Future Kikai said with excitement. Coming to this time and space, she began to be full of hope for life again. She encouraged herself in time and space to start practicing together. In this time and space, they don't have to worry about 3 meals a day. Because Son Gohan brought back a large amount of money when he came back to Namek last time. Kikai, who controls time and space, knows that she will live that kind of life in the future. She also wants to protect the people she cares about. It will definitely no longer be like the future time and space, where I can't help at all. Instead, in the end, everyone around her left her one by one, and in the end, only a lonely person remained. So the two of them have been practicing hard. In 3 years, their combat effectiveness reached over 3,000. It can be seen that her talent is extraordinary. She also made rapid progress in practice. Now future Kikai has increased to 100 times after Son Gohan stimulated her potential. Krillin's activation potential is only 10 times that of Namek's elders. It can be seen that Kikai's cultivation talent is very abnormal. It's just that she gave up practicing for the sake of this family. I have to say that Son Gohan's cultivation talent is so evil because he actually inherited Kikai's genes. In other words, Kikai's combat power will now reach 300,000 in the future. Future mother, please eat this fruit again. There will be unexpected surprises. Son Gohan took out a fruit from the spirit tree and handed it to future Kikai. The Bull Demon King and Kikai, who controls time and space, have brilliant faces. The two people clearly felt that Kikai's aura in the future time and space was terrifying and abnormal. Is it that simple to improve combat power? Is this cheating? My son is awesome. Number 17 and number 18 also exchanged a glance. It was incredible to read from their eyes. I didn't expect Son Gohan to have such a special skill. This guy is getting more and more mysterious. Son Gohan is like poison. The more you want to know about him, the deeper you fall. He is full of mystery. Future Chi-Chi was overjoyed. She swallowed the fruit of the spirit tree into her stomach in big mouthfuls. Boom! Another strong breath burst out. Sand and rocks flew on the ground. This is incredible. My combat power has increased by 10 times. Future Chi-Chi said excitedly. Her current combat power has also reached a terrifying 3 million. Now Chi-Chi is the strongest warrior on earth. She easily surpassed Tien Xinyan and others. Her fate had long been rewritten by Son Gohan. Gohan, help me! Chi-Chi from the main time and space said excitedly. Son Gohan followed suit and stimulated the potential of Chi-Chi and Bull Demon King from the main time and space in turn. He also gave them the fruit of the spirit tree. The combat power of the two Chi-Kais increased abnormally. Sister, go and ask Son Gohan to help us improve our combat power. Number 17 touched number 18's body and said with envy and jealousy. He also wanted to improve his combat power, but was embarrassed to speak. Call sister if you have something to do, and number 18 if you don't have anything to do. Number 18 said with contempt. I have never seen such a shameless person. Son Gohan, can you help us improve our combat power too? Please. But number 18 still came to Son Gohan and said pleadingly. Anyway, he and number 17 have troubled him many times, so this time is not a big deal. Of course no problem, it's just a piece of cake. Son Gohan said nonchalantly. This was really just a piece of cake for him. But it was different for number 17 and number 18. The stronger the fighting power, the greater the chance of survival. Chapter 106. Everything is ready, leaving the main space-time. Really? Very good. Number 18 was so happy that he almost flew up. She was so afraid that the other party would not agree to her. Anyway, Son Gohan has no obligation to help him. I am not his person. Ba ba ba. How could I think this way? Number 18 was also shocked by his own thoughts. Her face was as red as a red apple. It makes you want to take a bite. Her appearance can be said to be the beauty of Dragon Ball. She is the goddess among countless otakus. Can I still lie to you? It must be true. Son Gohan said with certainty. When he saw No 18's face flushed, he thought he was thin-skinned and shy. Son Gohan put his hand on No 18's head. Start to inspire the other person's potential. Number 18 once again smelled a masculine scent. She kind of reveled in it. A powerful aura came from Son Gohan's palm and penetrated into No 18's limbs and bones. So comfortable? Number 18 felt that the power in his body was constantly rising. In an instant, she felt that her strength had increased several times. Okay, great. This is really amazing. I didn't expect that my potential could be developed several times. Number 18 jumped up with excitement. She felt the majestic power of her body. It's my turn. It's my turn. Number 17 also said expectantly. This is too awesome. I didn't expect that my elder sister would be so excited. It seems that his potential has improved a lot. Son Gohan began to help number 17 stimulate his potential again. He used the same method to stimulate the potential of several people. Many thanks on the 17th and 18th. I didn't expect that there was such a great power hidden in my body. Son Gohan is their great benefactor. On the 17th and 18th, they stayed on Baizai Mountain for a long time and then left. Son Gohan, thank you so much. Let's go see the outside world now. Thank you for your hospitality. On the 18th and 17th, they said goodbye to Son Gohan and his family. They have never ventured outside since they were created. Now free, they wanted to see the outside world. Girl, come to our house more often when you have time. Future Kikai said to number 18. She liked this girl very much, and the conversation between the two felt very cordial. If Son Gohan hadn't been young, she would have wanted her son to marry this girl. I'll go outside and take a look. I'll bother you when I have time. Number 18 also likes it here very much. She feels at home here. Seeing the warmth of Son Gohan's family, she was infected. Naturally, number 16 did not go with them. Now Son Gohan's family is his master. Without their orders, he would not leave Baizai Mountain. What's more, he doesn't like the hustle and bustle of big cities. He prefers the tranquility and small animals in the mountains. So they left Baizai Mountain on the 17th and 18th. Time flies. 3 months have passed. Everyone is busy with their own practice. Piccolo has been staying in the Temple of Heaven to practice. And guide Dandy to become the Earth God's responsibilities and teach him some skills. Vegeta has been practicing in the Gravity Room. He wants to break through to Super Saiyan 2 form. Klin returned to Turtle Fairy Island. He practiced with Kame Sennin. For Tianjin Rice, I once again took some dumplings and went into seclusion in the mountains to continue practicing hard. Anyway, you are practicing wherever you go, there is no need to stay in the Temple of Heaven. And Yamcha has returned to his flowery world. There has been no news from number 17 and number 18 since they left Baizai Mountain. I don't know where the two of them went crazy. Son Gohan didn't read like in the anime. He has his own plan and wants to pick up combat attributes and skill attributes in GT time and space. If you want to become more powerful, you have to keep fighting and picking up other skill attributes. The efficiency of the Universal Capsule Group is fast. During this period, Bulma and Son Gohan's major projects also began to make money. Every month, she would deposit a large amount of money into the bank card designated by Son Gohan. Now Son Goku's family is also an invisible rich man. live in a mansion, drive luxury cars, and even have several spray planes. Now they have also entered the upper-class society. Son Gohan used 3 months to arrange everything. It's also time to leave this time and space and go to GT time and space. If you want to improve your strength faster, you have to keep fighting. My destiny is not up to me. I must control my own destiny. Before Beerus, the god of destruction, wakes up, I must surpass him. Majin Buu in this time and space will not wake up until 7 years later. This is a peaceful time. Son Gohan said to himself. He fights using the 4-body fist every day, thereby collecting the combat power attribute. With the help of the system, Son Gohan's combat effectiveness continued to increase. In addition, Son Goku often practices in the gravity room, and occasionally competes with Son Gohan. His strength has also improved by leaps and bounds. Son Gohan also gave the method of fusion to Son Goku in case of emergency. The secret magic of the Madama people. In the anime, after Son Goku died, he learned from the Madama people in the underworld. There is nothing difficult about this move. By 2 people doing a strange left-right symmetrical dance. Then the 2 people stretch out their hands and put 1 finger on each hand, and they can merge into a new person. After successful fusion, the combat effectiveness increases exponentially. This fusion secret can only last for 30 minutes. If the postures and chi sizes of the 2 people are different, the fusion will fail, thus merging into a fat or thin man with no fighting ability. Son Goku and his son often fight and fuse. Son Gohan also followed the example of the gourd and practiced fusion with Son Goku. I didn't expect it to be successful. Son Gohan also used this period of time to give special training to the 2 Kikai. He has handed over some combat skills such as turtle-style Kigong Wave, Magic Flash, Cutting Disc, Death Beam, Light Eye, etc. to the 2 Kikai. In 3 months, everyone's combat effectiveness improved by leaps and bounds. Gohan, you have to take good care of yourself when you go out alone. Take care, Grandpa will miss you. Gohan, you are a man, you must protect yourself. The 2 Kikai, Son Goku and Bull Demon King warned with worried faces. I see. Everyone, take care too. You should practice hard and don't be lazy. Son Gohan waved his hand to Kikai and others. He smiled happily at everyone. On the 16th, when I'm away, I'll let you take care of the house. Protect Mom and Grandpa. Son Gohan said to number 16. Apart from Son Goku, number 16 is the strongest here. Gohan, don't worry. I'll take care of everything. Number 16 assured Son Gohan. No one thought that number 16 was an outsider. The family lives a very warm life. Everyone, take care. Son Gohan jumped on the time machine and started to operate it. The time machine slowly took off, and he waved goodbye to Son Goku and others. Call out. With a sound, the time machine disappeared into the main time and space. Chapter 107. GT Space-Time, Earth. GT Time and Space. Earth. Call out. Suddenly a spiritual time machine appeared in the sky. The window door slowly opened, and Son Gohan, the master of time and space, jumped down from above. He received the spiritual time machine into the system space. Son Gohan felt that the auras of Son Goku and others were constantly colliding. He suppressed the breath on his body and used the moment to move over. Bang bang bang! A great battle took place here. Suns, all die. Son Gohan, Trunks, Son Wushan and others attacked and besieged Son Goku crazily. The 1000-year-old Vegeta is still suspended in the air. He has several more tattoos on his face. Vegeta smiled evilly, watching the battle on the ground amusingly. What happened in this time and space actually made Son Goku and his son turn against each other? The plot trends in GT time and space are completely different from those in main time and space. The story begins almost a year ago. Pilaf came to the Celestial Temple and found the Black Dragon Ball created by the Celestial God before he was separated from Piccolo. He wants to make a wish on the Black Dragon Ball and rule the entire Earth. But at this time, Son Goku happened to sense someone using the Dragon Ball to make a wish. He rushed over and was so scared that Pilaf said that if Son Goku became smaller, he would not be afraid of him. But Shenlong thought this was Pilaf's wish, so he made Son Goku smaller. After the wish came true, the 7 Dragon Balls flew to every planet in the universe. Later I learned that after making a wish with the Black Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball must be retrieved within a year. Otherwise the whole planet will explode. Son Goku, Trunks, and Xiao Fang, who became children, set out into the universe to search for the Dragon Balls. In this GT time and space, there are parallel worlds, and Son Goku has become a grandfather. Son Gohan in this parallel world married Bidalai and gave birth to a daughter named Xiao Fang. Son Goku also has a son, Son Wushan, who has grown up. Vegeta's son Trunks is 1 year older than Son Goten. Baby of GT space and time, a tool of revenge for the Xivarians created by Dr. Liao. The original name of planet Vegeta was planet Zeful, and it was the Xians who occupied their planet and killed all the Zefuers there, so Dr. Liao created Baby's revenge. Bobby can parasitize on the host's body to absorb energy, and can also lay eggs on the host's body to control the host. When it was first discovered, it was discovered by Trunks and others who were looking for the Dragon Balls in the universe, thus possessing Trunks. He was forced out of his body by Trunks' powerful strength. But Baby has successfully laid eggs on his body. Anyone who has been successfully possessed by Baby will lay eggs on his body. From then on, it will be controlled by the living eggs on its body. Baby escaped to Earth. First, it possessed Son Gohan. But seeing that Vegeta's power is stronger than Son Gohan's, Baby parasitized Vegeta's body. The bodies of people all over the Earth have been parasitized by Baby's living eggs. Now all the people on Earth, including the Xians, are controlled by Baby's living eggs. That's why the scene at the beginning happened. They didn't turn against each other. But Son Gohan and others have been controlled by Baby's living eggs. Now only Son Goku, Xiao Fang, and Satan Majin Buu are not controlled by living eggs. Everyone else is controlled by living eggs. Call out. The figure of Son Gohan who dominated time and space suddenly appeared. It turned out that he had already reached the battlefield using his teleportation skills. Because he compressed his breath, no one knew of his existence. Ding! 1 million combat power attributes are dropped from the front. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Son Gohan, who dominates time and space, arrives on the battlefield. System notifications kept coming from his ears. Son Gohan in the main time and space looked up and saw 4 Super Saiyans fighting. Super Saiyan Son Goku has been besieged by the 3 Saiyans Super Saiyan Trunks, Son Gohan, and Son Goten. The combat power attribute is like a heavy rain, falling to the ground crazily. I saw combat attributes all over the ground. Gohan, who controlled time and space, couldn't help but smile into a beautiful smile. He noticed that Son Goku's tail in this time and space had not yet been pulled out. In the anime, the old Kaishin sees that Son Goku has no tail and his power is limited. Thus it is not used to its maximum power. The source of a Saiyan's power is in his tail. That's why the old Kaishin pulled out Son Goku's tail. It seems that he has not become Super Saiyan 4 yet. Gohan, Goten, Trunks, please wake up and don't be controlled. I am Son Goku. Son Goku shouted anxiously. He never imagined that he would now be the public enemy of the Earth. We know very well that it was Usians who destroyed our planet and our people. We will uproot Usians now and completely eliminate them from this universe. Trunks roared. His attacks became more fierce. It turns out that Baby's living egg has taken control of Trunks. Therefore, he thinks that he is a Zivra star. Oops. It seems that you have been completely mind-controlled. Then don't blame me. Ah! Son Goku's body burst out with a powerful aura. He shook off the 3 people who were besieging them. His hair was growing rapidly. His eyebrows and eyes disappeared, and he instantly turned into Super Saiyan 3. Damn, Saiyan, I'll fight you. Son Gohan, Trunks, and Son Wooden kept gathering strength in their hands. They smashed at the Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. Boom! The 3 Super Saiyans were like 3 submachine guns. They fired at Son Goku. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. The 3 people's energy bombs kept firing. The combat power attribute was like a truckload of mud falling down. The main time and space Son Gohan's mind kept transmitting the system prompt sound. He was overjoyed. This is going to be a success. This cheat is really cool. The 3 people bombed wildly for a while and then stopped. Get down. Goku flew out of the thick smoke and stabbed Gohan in the neck. Bang! Gohan fell to the ground with a loud bang. He had never expected that Super 3 Goku would be unscathed by such heavy fire power. Damn! Trunks and Goten shouted angrily after seeing this. They continued to attack Goku. Bang! Goku in Super 3 knew that this form required a lot of energy to maintain and had to fight quickly. He knocked out Super Saiyan 1 Goten and Trunks with a flash. They soon fell from the sky. A big battle ended in this way. Ha ha ha! It's really exciting. This duel between father and son is really exciting. Baby Vegeta in the sky laughed wildly. Now Goku is just a turtle in a jar. Everyone on the earth is under his control. Damn it, you actually controlled them. Son Goku roared angrily. I didn't expect that I would be fighting alone now. It's because of this bastard. Take them all. Son Gohan in the main time and space muttered in his heart. The combat power attributes on the ground were like tadpole characters, madly pouring into his body. The combat power data in the battle bar rose madly. Chapter 108. Kaishin Planet. Two men wearing Kaishin uniforms were observing a crystal ball. One is a young man with long white hair, purple skin, and wearing the uniform of Kaishin. One of them was a skinny old man who looked very wretched, with a halo on his head. Obviously this is a sign of the state of the soul in Dragon Ball, indicating that the old man is dead. What is displayed in the crystal ball is the scene of the earth. The two of them are Kaioshin, the old Kaioshin and Gabit god who stand above all the gods. The lives of the old Kaioshin and the lives of Beerus, the god of destruction, are connected. If the Kaio god dies, the god of destruction will also die. The lives of the two gods are common. Many years ago, the old Kaijin offended Beerus, the god of destruction. Beerus has no way to destroy the other because their lives are shared. Beerus, the god of destruction, could only seal the old Kaishin on the divine sword. Beerus then used his divine power to insert the divine sword on a mountain peak on Kaishin's planet. The old Kaishin has been sealed for thousands of years, and the position of the Kaishin has changed several times. Thus, the divine sword that sealed the old Kaishin was regarded as the Kaishin by the later Kaishin. As long as you pull out the Kaio divine sword, you can gain powerful divine power. Every Kaishin is unable to pull out his divine sword. Because of the appearance of Majin Buu, Kaio Wen Shen has no way to seal him. All his hopes were placed on Son Gohan. He asked his attendant Jobit to take the severely injured Son Gohan to the Kaio Star for training. Son Gohan turned into a Super Saiyan and successfully pulled out the Kaio divine sword. But Kaio Shenjian gained no power at all except for its weight. Son Gohan began to practice with the divine sword. Later, Son Goku used teleportation to get here. He looked suspiciously at the useless sword in Son Gohan's hand. Kaishin Shin wanted to prove the sharpness and hardness of the Kaishin sword. He used the hardest things in the world to test his sword. As a result, the divine sword was broken on the spot, frightening Kaio Shen Xin and Gabit. Unexpectedly, the Kaio divine sword that was said to be thousands of years old would be destroyed by him. After the Kaishin sword is broken, the old Kaishin sealed within it becomes free. After the old Kaishin was freed, he revealed that he was the Kaishin 15 generations ago. Gabit and Kaio Shen Xin were shocked and dumbfounded on the spot. This was an ancestor-level figure. During the Majin Buu arc, Son Goku was in a soul state and could not interfere with human affairs at all. In order to resurrect Son Goku and defeat Majin Buu, the old Kaijin gave his lifespan to Son Goku. So now the old Kaishin is in a soul state, with a halo above his head. He also gave the two earrings in his ears to Son Goku. And told Son Goku that as long as two people put on the earrings, they will become one. After the two merge into one, a powerful and terrifying person will emerge. Before the old Kaishin finished speaking, Gabit and Kaishin Xin felt curious and put on each other's earrings. Because after so many years, the earrings they have been wearing can still fit together. They put on the earrings out of curiosity, and the two merged into the god Gabit. God JB was really shocked after merging. I didn't expect that the combined power of the two would be so powerful. After being shocked, God Gabit wanted the old Kaishin to restore them to their original state. But the old Kaishin told him that after merging, there is no way to separate them. Ancestor, who is this young man? I didn't even notice him just now. God Gabit and the old Kaijin have been observing the battle of Son Goku on Earth. The old Kaishin raised his head at a 45-degree angle and looked up at the sky. He put his hands behind his back and looked dull. Oops! My ancestor is getting crazy again. Maybe you have Alzheimer's disease. God Gabit muttered to himself when he saw the appearance of the old Kaishin. Ever since his ancestor's seal was broken, he has often done this. Ancestor, look here, look here. God Gabit came to the old Kaijin and waved his hands from side to side. Yelled loudly at him. Snapped. Are you stupid? It's not that I can't hear you, why are you yelling here? The old Kaioshin slapped God Gabit on the head. He also growled at the other party. Ah! God Gabit screamed, and he covered his head, his ears buzzing from the shock. He recovered for a while and complained with a dissatisfied look on his face, did you hear that? You should respond. Did you observe anything? The old Kaishin looked thoughtful. He looked into the crystal ball and said. No. I didn't find anything. God Gabit asked with a puzzled look on his face. He didn't notice anything strange, it was just that there was an extra person on the battlefield for no reason. You've fallen. I really don't understand how you became a Kaishin. I don't have any observation skills at all. Let me zoom in and show you. The old Kaishin said with a look of hatred. He maximized the image of the crystal ball, showing the figure of Son Gohan in the main time and space. What? What's around his waist is a tail. It's actually a Sun. How can this be? God Jebik said with a shocked look on his face. The visitor turned out to be a Sun. Judging from his appearance, he should be 13 or 14 years old. But why does this look so familiar? You idiot, do you still need to tell me this? I'm not blind yet. The old Kaishin was like a cat whose tail was stepped on, and his fur suddenly exploded. He roared at God Jebit. This Kaishin has done a very competent job. Ancestor, I feel that this person's appearance is very familiar. I seem to have seen it somewhere, but I can't remember it. God Jebit's mind was racing. He told this suspicious thing. Well, that's good. You're still saved. You finally see the problem. His appearance is indeed very familiar. That is the Son Gohan we saw. The old Realm King said thoughtfully. Son Gohan. God Jebit squatted down and looked at the figure on the crystal ball attentively. After being reminded by the old Kaishin, he looked more and more like Son Gohan in his youth. Son Gohan, the master of time and space far away on the earth, felt like someone was watching him. But he soon figured out what was going on. During this time, the old Kaishin and the Jebit god have been paying attention to Son Goku's battle. They should have discovered themselves. Son Gohan instantly began to spread his perception, and soon found the location of the old Kaioshin and Gabit god. He looked up into the sky, smiling at the sky with white teeth on his face. Fuck! What's happening here? Was he laughing with us just now? How can this be? Did he find us? This is too incredible. God Jebit was so frightened that he sat down on the ground. The old Kaishin also looked shocked. Both of them saw that the other party was actually smiling with them just now. I can't believe it, this is true. Who is this? Why does he look so much like Son Gohan? Chapter 109. Earth. Damn wild monkeys, you are asking for your own destruction. Now you just accept your fate. Baby was taunting Super 3 Son Goku. Now the only Sun left is Son Goku who has not been controlled by him. The rest of the people have their own living eggs in their bodies and have been completely controlled. As long as this little brat Son Goku is dealt with, the Suns will also perish. The great revenge of the Zivr people must also be avenged. He instantly transforms into Super Sun 2. Super Sun 2. Baby's hair has grown significantly and her upper body has become more muscular. The lines on her face became more prominent, shawls grew on her shoulders, and the image of baby gradually became more prominent. Baby, you are shameless! Son Goku roared and rushed over. He knew that Chao 3's energy was consumed too quickly, and he had no time to waste here. Boom! There was a loud noise, and Son Goku was hit in the face by baby. There was a burning pain on his face. Ding! 1 million combat power attributes are dropped. The system notification sound came from Son Gohan's mind. He couldn't stand babe's arrogance, and he acted like a wild monkey when he spoke. Isn't this bastard now parasitic on the body of the Sun he despises? After all, baby is just a parasite. His body has no fighting power at all. Okay, great. Son Goku's body was beaten and he took a few steps back. But he was very excited. Meeting such a master was one of the joys of life. Son Goku didn't expect this guy to be parasitic on Vegeta's body. The power of Super 2 is actually comparable to that of Super 3. Because Son Goku's body has become smaller, his fighting power has also weakened. Damn wild monkey, let me show you how powerful I am. Baby said with a proud look on his face. He used a set of conjoined punches against Son Goku, causing the opponent to retreat repeatedly. Bang bang bang. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. Oh no. Super 3 Son Goku returned to normal instantly. It turns out that the reason why his body has become smaller is that he simply cannot maintain the Super Saiyan 3 form. The sacred land of Kaio. Fuck. Son Goku has returned to normal. The earth is going to end now. Ancestor, please think of a solution quickly. God Jebet saw Son Goku return to normal instantly. He was so frightened that cold sweat poured down his forehead. If Son Goku cannot defeat this baby, then the earth and even the entire universe will be in danger. This bastard's ambition is not only for the earth, but also for the entire universe. You're so nervous. Be calm when encountering problems. The matter has not reached the last moment, so don't jump to conclusions. Maybe the appearance of a boy who looks very similar to Son Gohan will be the turning point. The old Kaishin said calmly. He could feel that this sudden appearance was not accidental. It must not be that simple for the other party to find out that he is observing him. After hearing this, God Gebet slowly relaxed. I have been praying, hoping for a miracle to happen. The two continued to watch the situation on Earth develop. Earth. Ha ha ha. What's wrong? Have you lost your strength so quickly? Baby laughed wildly. His current fighting power is comparable to Son Goku in Super 3 form. What's more, the other party has returned to normal now. He, I didn't expect that this form consumes too much combat power. Son Goku scratched his head in embarrassment. But he was still full of fighting spirit. Opponents of BB's level are rare. Son Goku, thank you for being able to laugh now. Wait a minute, you don't even have tears when you cry. Bobby came to Son Goku in a flash. Put one knee on the opponent's abdomen. Ah! Son Goku held his stomach and let out a heartbreaking scream. Severe pain kept coming from his lower abdomen, and his body was arched like a shrimp. The normal Son Goku is simply unable to fight against Baby. It's not over yet. Baby yelled, put his hands together and punched Son Goku hard in the back. Bang! With a loud noise, Son Goku blasted directly to the ground like a shell. A huge deep hole was instantly smashed into the ground. Asshole, do you have this much strength? Son Goku roared in the pit. He doesn't even have the ability to resist now. But he was very unwilling to do so. Ha ha ha. Damn Sun, I will die with my strongest blow. Baby laughed wildly. He turned to Trunks and the others and shouted, give me all your power. Yes, Master Baby. Trunks, Son Goten, Son Gohan and Vegeta's daughter Beulah. The four people flying forward will be surrounded by Bobby, and they are firing on all cylinders. Fighting power poured into Baby's body in a steady stream. Fuck. This scene seems to be the scene where Son Goku becomes the Super Saiyan God in the main time and space. Son Gohan couldn't help but complain. In the main time and space, Beerus was awakened by a dream. He dreamed of a red-haired man beating him violently in his dream. So as soon as he woke up, he started looking for people with red hair. The angel Whis used the prophecy fish to figure out that this was the Saiyan God. The god of destruction Beerus and the angel Whis came to Earth to look for the Saiyan God. I want to compete with him in reality. However, when they arrived on Earth, no one knew about the Saiyan God. As a result, Beerus, the god of destruction, didn't want to go to waste, so he wanted to destroy the Earth. Son Goku used the dragon to make a wish, and then asked the way to become the Saiyan God. It turns out that by gathering the power of 5 Saiyans together, you can become a Super Saiyan God. Boom! After Baby absorbed the energy of the 4 people, a powerful momentum shook everyone away. Gather everyone's anger and strength to kill the Saiyans here today. yelled Baby. The people of Earth dedicated their hatred and power to the Syuns. Because they are now controlled by living eggs in their bodies. Everyone is like Vegeta, looking up to Baby. Black energy bombs condensed in the air and expanded rapidly. Baby is absorbing the power and hatred of Earth and Syuns. He broke through to Super Syun 3 instantly. The muscles all over his body bulged, his body became stronger, and his hairstyle also changed. The eyebrows disappeared, the brow bones became prominent, and there was no trace of Vegeta in his appearance. The clothes all over his body have also changed drastically. Baby's revenge death bullet is the same as Son Goku's method of condensing vitality bullets. But this energy bomb is black, full of evil and hatred. Pick them all up. Son Gohan thought silently in his mind. The combat power attributes on the ground poured into his body crazily. The data in the combat power column of the personal attribute version skyrocketed crazily. Within a few minutes, the combat effectiveness data stopped beating. The combat power actually reached a terrifying 1 trillion. Syun, you can die this time. This is my strongest blow. Revenge Death Bomb. Baby blasted Son Goku with the Revenge Death Bomb that covered the sky. Now the number of babies exceeding 3 is 800 trillion. Finished. Son Goku saw a huge energy bomb coming. He said calmly. Chapter 110. The Sacred Land of Kaio. It's over, everything is over. How did it become like this? Isn't even Son Goku capable of doing anything? The scene where God Gabit and old Kaijin see the earth through a crystal ball. Both of them were shocked. The two of them focused all their attention on Son Gohan, who controlled time and space. Whether a miracle can happen or not depends on this person. Earth. Son Goku lay quietly on the pit, waiting for the huge energy bomb to hit. He has no fighting ability now. The normal Son Goku was defeated by Super 2 Baby with a knee and a heavy blow. Suddenly, a figure appeared in front of Son Goku. He seemed to have seen Son Gohan when he was a child. Hey hey hey! Is it a hallucination? I actually saw Gohan when he was a child. Son Goku grinned and said to himself. He knew this was impossible and must have been hallucinating. Let's go. Son Gohan, who controlled time and space, lifted Son Goku's body with one hand and disappeared from the earth. The Sacred Land of Kaio. What? Teleport. It's amazing. I didn't expect this guy to be able to use this skill. God Jebet said with a shocked look on his face. Because he is so familiar with this skill. The old Kaishin raised his head and looked at the sky at a 45-degree angle, with a thoughtful look on his face. He was actually shocked inside. He didn't expect the other party to be so calm. It turned out that he was confident. It seemed that a miracle was really going to happen. Brush. Son Gohan, who dominates time and space, is like an eagle catching a chicken. Holding Son Goku in one hand, he suddenly appeared in the sacred land of Kaio. You. Jabit remained silent for a long time without saying a word. He wanted to say how did you get here? But it was a relief to think that this guy could move instantly. Old Kaioshin, Jabit God. Hello you all. Son Gohan, who controlled time and space, placed the severely injured Son Goku underground. He greeted the old Kaioshin and Gabit God. You actually know us. Who are you? The old Kaioshin and Gabit God said with shocked expressions. He felt that this young man was full of mystery. Are you Gohan? At this time, Son Goku suddenly said something. At first he thought he had returned to his former glory and saw Son Gohan as a child. But now I finally realize that this is what really happened. The young man in front of him is what his son Gohan looked like when he was a child. The old Kaishin and Gabite also looked back and forth at Son Goku and Son Gohan. The two also wanted to know whether the other person was Son Gohan. Because the two of them look exactly the same. It's just that one is more mature and the other is younger. That's right, I am Son Gohan. I am Son Gohan from another time and space. Son Gohan did not hide it, he quickly admitted his identity. There is no need to hide it from everyone, not to mention that he looks exactly like himself in this time and space. What? Did you come through time and space? The old Kaioshin and Gabit God were extremely shocked. None of them thought that the person in front of them was actually Son Gohan. And he turned out to have traveled through another time and space. No wonder the two look so similar, they turn out to be the same person. Cough cough cough. Great, it turns out you are really Gohan. Son Goku coughed a few times and forced a smile on his face. He still has bursts of pain in his stomach and back. Baby is parasitic on Vegeta, and he is too powerful. Dad, let me treat you. Son Gohan couldn't help but call out the name of Dad. Squat down and put your hands on Son Goku's body, using the healing properties. He has now fully integrated into the role of Son Gohan. Gohan, do you have a healing skill? Son Goku, old Kaioshin, and Jebet God stared at each other with big eyes. They looked puzzled. Would Son Gohan in another time and space have the ability to heal? What's so difficult about this? You'll know if you try it. A white energy surged out of Son Gohan's hands and instantly penetrated Son Goku's body. Son Goku's injuries are healing and repairing at a speed that can be seen with the naked eye. In the blink of an eye, his injuries were completely recovered. Gohan, that's amazing. I didn't expect that you in another time and space would be so powerful. Son Goku looked excited. He immediately stood up from the ground and jumped. I didn't expect Son Gohan from another time and space to be so powerful. Not only can he move instantly, he has also learned the ability to heal. God Jebet was also shocked. Son Gohan's healing skills were actually more powerful than his own. Earth. Ha ha ha. The Saiyans are dead. I will let Shenlong create a planet that belongs to us Zivra people now. Baby thought that the revenge death bomb just turned Son Goku into ashes. He now took out the Dragon Balls that Son Goku, Trunks, and Xiao Fang had found with great difficulty in the universe. Come out, Shenlong! Baby chanted a spell to the 7 Dragon Balls. The sky suddenly became dark, with lightning and thunder. The 7 Dragon Balls emitted dazzling golden light and soared into the sky. The dazzling golden light dissipated, and a huge red Shenlong hovered in the air. The person who collected the 7 Dragon Balls, please tell me your wish. No matter what wish it is, I will fulfill it for you. Shenlong's solemn and domineering voice sounded. My wish is to build the plant planet not far from the earth. Baby said his wish loudly. Because the planet where the Zivil people live is called the plant planet. Later, the Saiyans invaded their planet and killed all the Zivil people. Then King Vegeta adopted his son's name and changed the planet to Vegeta Planet. This wish is very simple, and it will be fulfilled for you immediately. Shenlong's eyes emitted a charming red light. Then a new planet appeared in the sky above the earth. The wish has been fulfilled, goodbye. As soon as Shenlong's voice fell, the red Shenlong turned into 7 Dragon Balls and shot into the universe. The sky instantly became clear again. Long live Lord Baby! Long live Lord Baby! The people of the earth were excited, and now they finally had their own hometown. Because they were controlled by Baby's living eggs in their bodies, the people of the earth are now all Ziful people. At that time, the living eggs in the bodies of the people of the earth will slowly evolve. So just like Baby possessed Vegeta, there is no trace of Vegeta now. Ha ha ha. Bulma, you arrange it immediately, we are going to our new hometown. Baby waved his hand and said proudly. Now the revenge has finally succeeded and the Saiyans have been eliminated. And he has his own hometown. It's really a cause for celebration, he can't wait to return to his hometown immediately. He is now going to his hometown, the planet Plant. Mr. Baby, I'll do it right away. Bulma said excitedly. She was also controlled by the living egg. Bulma is now Baby's right-hand man. She went out immediately after receiving the order to arrange the spaceship. Chapter 111. The Battle Between Father and Son. Kai King's Holy Land. Gohan, what should we do now? Do you have any good suggestions? Old Kai, Jepitel, and Son Goku were shocked. They all felt that this Son Gohan was not that simple, and was full of mystery everywhere. The three wanted to listen to Son Gohan's advice to see if he had any other methods. The power of us Saiyans comes from the tail. As long as you pull out Dad's tail, you will have a chance to evolve into Super Saiyan 4. Son Gohan said confidently. In the anime, old Kai guessed that Son Goku's body was defective and lacked a tail. That's why he couldn't use the real Saiyan power. So they pulled out Son Goku's tail. Old Kai also did it by mistake, and Son Goku finally transformed into Super Saiyan 4. That's right, your statement completely confirms my guess. I have always believed that this is not Son Goku's 100% strength. Because his body is defective and he is missing a tail. Old Kai's eyes gleamed, completely confirming his previous guess. He had always thought that Son Goku had a physical defect, that is, he was missing a tail. So the power of Suns comes from their tails. God Jebet also seemed to have suddenly realized something. You don't know until you say it, and you'll be shocked when you say it. Son Goku's power is already so strong, but it's not even his full strength. Super Saiyan 4. Are you telling the truth? God Goku asked in disbelief. I didn't expect Gohan to know so much. How could he know so clearly? Could he transform into Super Saiyan 4? If so, it's really amazing. How old is he? Really? Gohan nodded affirmatively. He exuded a confident aura. He knew the plot, so he must be right. Gohan, is your fighting power very strong? Let's compare. Goku danced with excitement. This is how he looked when he saw a powerful master. Old Kai and God Jebet also focused their eyes on Son Gohan. They were also very curious about each other's fighting power. Are you curious about my strength? Okay, I'll satisfy your request. Gohan also wanted to test the strength of Goku in this time and space. Old Kai and Jebet left quickly. They all knew that Suns were fierce and belligerent. Leaving the battlefield to the two fathers and sons. Come on, Gohan, let me see how you fight in that time and space. Aha! Goku said excitedly, his eyes full of fighting spirit. He instantly turned into Super Saiyan 2. Because the Super 3 form consumes a lot of energy. Ah! Gohan clenched his fists, and a powerful aura burst out of his body. A wave of air instantly spread out with him as the center. This aura is so terrifying. Is this really Gohan's aura? Well, it seems different from Goku's. Old Kai and Jebet were shocked. Gohan's aura in another time and space is really too terrifying. It's a little bit scary. This aura is completely different from that of Son Goku and the others. Fuck. What is this aura? Could it be that Gohan's bloodline has returned to his ancestors, like Broly? The legendary Super Saiyan. Son Goku also sensed that this aura was completely different from theirs. He sensed this aura on Broly. Boom! A strong and terrifying aura instantly filled the entire battlefield. The aura on Son Gohan's body began to turn grass green. His hair and eyebrows turned grass green. What? Son Gohan's form seems so scary. How come his form is completely different from Son Goku's? Why does this form feel even more terrifying? Are all the Suns we saw before fake? Old Kai and God Jepitel were shocked when they saw Son Gohan's form. They had never seen green hair before. Gohan, I've only seen this form of Sun on Broly. I didn't expect that you in another time and space would have such a powerful form. I'm going to attack. Goku was excited, and he exerted force with his feet, and the ground instantly sank. He rushed towards Gohan. I never thought that Gohan would be in this grass-green form in another time and space. Come on. Let me see how powerful the father of this time and space is. Gohan said calmly. He is also in the form of Super 2 now. Bang bang bang. Goku in Super 2 instantly came in front of Gohan and punched a set of joint punches. Ding, combat power attribute dropped 1 million. Fighter attribute plus 1 million. Gohan's mind kept sending out system prompts. He didn't make a move, but just stretched out his hand to easily dissolve Goku's attack. No matter how fierce the opponent's attack was, he dissolves it one by one. Anyone with a discerning eye knows that Son Gohan has released a vast ocean of water. He was just defending, not attacking at all. Gohan, don't just block. You have to attack too, let me see your fighting power. Forget our identities, just fight to your heart's content. Son Goku knew that Son Gohan was not showing mercy. He did not attack him, but just neutralized his moves. Gohan's grass-green form is really too scary. Even Son Goku's attack has no effect at all. I always feel that Son Gohan didn't use even 1/3 of his strength to fight Son Goku. If he gets serious, Goku can't even withstand a single blow from him. No wonder they say that the old ones are the best. Old Kai commented while watching the battle. He had long discovered that Son Gohan was simply letting Son Goku go. My ancestor, Gohan's Super Saiyan form is so powerful. He completely neutralized Son Goku's moves. God Jeppet was also shocked. I didn't expect that the fighting power of Son Gohan in another time and space is so terrifying. Okay then. I'm going to take action. As soon as Son Gohan finished speaking, he raised his hand to catch the punch from Son Goku and pulled hard. Damn it! Son Goku was shocked. He felt a powerful force pulling him towards his son. Bang! Son Gohan took a big step forward and hit Son Goku's lower abdomen with one knee. Puff! Son Goku vomited a mouthful of bitter water. He felt an unbearable pain in his lower abdomen. Suddenly, a pulling feeling came from his arm again. It turned out that Son Gohan pulled him up and smashed him to the ground. Bang, bang, bang! A deafening sound rang out. Ah! A heart-wrenching scream resounded throughout the battlefield. It turned out that Son Gohan was like Son Goku, smashing the ground left and right and up and down like crazy. The ground was smashed into huge grooves. Old Kai and God Jepitel stared at this one-sided battle in amazement. Son Gohan's grass-green form is really too abnormal. This is simply a one-shot kill for Son Goku. Chapter 112. Plant Planet. Earth. Everyone, please don't crowd, line up, and board the spacecraft one by one. Bulma used the radio to shout to the people in the playground. She prepared a huge spaceship according to Baby's orders. Now all the people on Earth are preparing to board the spacecraft to the planet Plant. Now all human beings on the Earth are controlled by living eggs, and they are all members of the Zivra planet. Xiao Feng, do we really want to go to planet Planet? Satan, Xiao Feng, and Fat Bu blended into the crowd. Now the whole Earth is controlled by Baby's living eggs, and only the three of them are not controlled. Because he was in Fat Bu's belly at that time, he escaped the disaster. Of course, the big bad guy has used the Black Dragon Ball again. In 2 weeks, the Earth will explode. Although I can't feel Grandpa's breath, I still believe that he is not dead yet. Let's go to Plant Planet and wait for him. Xiao Feng said decisively. She always believed that Son Goku would not die so easily. Grandpa has survived so many storms and waves, and he will never die at the hands of this bad guy. Xiao Feng, you are right, I also believe that Goku is not dead yet. Satan also comforted Xiao Feng. He also believed that someone as powerful as Son Goku could die so easily. Fat Bu also changed his face, and the three of them lined up. The sacred land of Kaio. Ah! A deep voice sounded, and Son Goku turned into Super Saiyan 3. There is no comparison between the ordinary Super 2 form and the legendary Super Saiyan 2, and it will be completely crushed. Gohan, come and try the power of my Super 3 form. Son Goku said with confidence after becoming Super 3. His normal combat power is 1 trillion, and his current Super 3 form combat power is 400 trillion. He believes that Gohan in another parallel world has definitely not broken through to the Super 3 form. Because he was so young, it took him several years to break through to the Super 3 form. Super Saiyan 3? I can do it too. Ah! Son Gohan also clenched his fists, and his breath continued to surge. He wanted to shock the people of this time and space, so he used the super form to fight. Seeing the frightened looks of the three of them, he secretly rejoiced. This is the result that Son Gohan wants to see. Super Saiyan 3. Ah, it hurts. Why are you pinching me? Let me see if I'm dreaming. Really, then you can pinch yourself. The old Kaioshin and Gabitshin were both confused. Is this really Gohan from another time and space? This fighting power is also incredible. How old is he? He has surpassed Super 3 in this way. Gohan, watch your move. Son Goku appeared behind Son Gohan in a flash. He wanted to strike first and strike the opponent by surprise. Here. Son Gohan didn't even look back, he just hit him behind with an elbow. Boom. Two huge forces collided instantly. A powerful wave of air spread to all directions. The two soon began to grapple with each other. Bang bang bang. Ding, 1 million combat power attributes are dropped. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. The two father and son hit each other from the ground to the air, and the sound of the collision of power could be heard constantly. Potholes began to appear on the ground. Is this the power of Saiyan 3? This is going to destroy the sacred land of the King of Kai. The old Kaioshin and Gabit god were too close to the battlefield. Feeling the pressure coming on them, their foreheads were covered with cold sweat. This level of battle is really terrifying. The ground was in a mess, with grooves left by the collision of forces everywhere. Maybe the entire Kaio sacred land will be destroyed by these two people. The figures of the two people kept flashing in the air. With every collision, a terrifying wave of air would rise from the ground. That's it for the warm-up. Son Gohan from Chuan Chao 3 smiled at Son Goku. His figure slowly faded. So fast. I see you. Son Goku immediately became alert. He punched to the left. But before the fight was halfway through, Son Goku's inner alarm sounded. He immediately changed direction and struck to the right with an elbow. But nothing was hit. The response is pretty quick. But your speed is still too slow. Son Gohan's voice was like a ghost. His words came from all directions. Son Goku's nerves were all tense, and he was paying attention to the fluctuations in the surrounding aura. I'm here. Son Gohan's figure appeared behind Son Goku like a ghost. He punched the opponent with one punch. Boom! Before Son Goku had time to react, he could only cross his hands to block the attack of the punch. When his fist touched him, a huge impact sent him flying more than 10 meters away. It was obvious that Son Gohan was showing mercy, and he was preparing for the next move. Crazy Death Beam! Son Gohan roared, raised his hand and pointed at Son Goku, blasting away energy waves one after another. Boom boom boom! Son Goku was hit instantly, with energy hitting him one after another. Ah! A burst of heart-rending screams resounded throughout the Kaio Holy Land. The old Kaioshin and Gabit god both felt their scalps numb after hearing this. There is no need for these two fathers and sons to be so cruel. They felt pain when they saw Son Goku being tortured in the air. At this time, Son Goku's clothes had been smashed by energy beams. His body was bruised and purple, and he looked very embarrassed. When Son Gohan saw Son Goku's appearance, he stopped attacking. It's so awesome! Son Goku was breathing heavily, with a painful expression on his face. He felt relaxed and returned to normal in an instant. Son Goku was just holding on to his Super 3 state, but now he fell from the air as soon as he relaxed. Dad, are you okay? Son Gohan dodged and held the fallen Son Goku in his arms. He asked with concern. Suns are a perverted race. Like Son Gohan, he can become Super Saiyan 3 at a young age. Are all the Suns in that time and space that powerful? This grass-green form is really terrifying. It's also the Super 3 form. The grass-green form can beat Son Goku's 3 form. Both the old Kaioshin and Gabit god looked shocked. I didn't expect Son Gohan's strength to be so terrifying. Maybe he really still has a Super 4 form. Son Gohan used his healing ability to restore Son Goku's injuries again. He will also pick up all the combat attributes dropped on the ground. God Jebet saw a messy ground. He waved his hand and a wave of divine power swept over him. Kaio sacredly slowly returned to his original state. He pointed at Son Goku's body again, and the opponent's battle uniform took on a new look. Goku, are you dead? You two come over here and take a look. Kaioshin once again took out the crystal ball and looked at the condition of the earth. He saw the shocking scene and shouted loudly to Son Goku and his son. Chapter 113. Earth. Dad, don't you remember me? I am Xiao Fang. You pinched me so hard that I couldn't breathe. Son Gohan from GT Time and Space grabbed Xiao Fang's neck with a big hand and lifted her up. It turns out that the whereabouts of Xiao Fang, Satan, and Bu were discovered. Fat Bu and Baby are now fighting. If it weren't for Fat Bu's ability to regenerate, he would have died long ago. So he played very hard and was beaten by Bobby throughout the whole process. Son Gohan, who was controlled by the living egg, asked Bai Bei to take down Xiao Fang. Now Xiao Fang was grabbed by the neck by her father, and she was blushing from the pain. Satan was yelling at someone to save his granddaughter. Swish, brush, brush. 3 figures suddenly appeared on the battlefield. It's Son Goku, Son Gohan who controls time and space, and God Gabit. They all use teleportation to save people. When the 3 came over, they agreed that God Jebet would save Satan. Son Goku saves Fat Bu, and Son Gohan, who controls time and space, saves Xiao Fang. Call out. Son Gohan in the main time and space suddenly appeared behind Son Gohan in the GT time and space. Boom! With a sound, Son Gohan from GT space-time fell to the ground, and the hand holding Xiao Fang's neck loosened. Things happened so fast that Son Gohan in GT time and space didn't even have time to react. He slumped to the ground like a pile of mud. It turns out that it was Son Gohan from the main time and space who knocked out himself from the GT time and space with a single blow of his knife. Hu ho ho! Xiao Fang also collapsed on the ground, breathing in fresh air. Fortunately, someone showed up in time to save him. Let's go! Son Gohan, who controlled time and space, hugged Xiao Fang on the ground and disappeared from the earth. At the same time, Fat Bu also has Son Goku in his body. The figure of God Jebet appears next to Satan. The bodies of the four people suddenly disappeared on the ground. Everything happened too suddenly, and no one had realized what was going on. This damn Sun again, I didn't expect you to be so lucky. It's just a defeated general. Sooner or later, I will kill you. Baby was just a little surprised to see Son Goku suddenly appear. He knew this guy had the ability to teleport. Who are the two people who appear with Son Goku? They disappeared before I could get a good look at them. Lord Baby, you are mighty and domineering. The Suns are like turtles when they see Babe Sama. They don't dare show their faces now. Trunks took a step forward and shouted. He now looks up to Bibi Ma. Ha ha ha. Well said. Let's continue on to the ship. I will destroy the Suns sooner or later. Don't let the Suns ruin our plans. Baby said happily after hearing what Trunks said. The person who appeared with Son Goku was quickly forgotten. No matter who the opponent is now, as long as he is against himself, he must not let go. Then we'll deal with them together. Long live Lord Baby! Long live Lord Baby! Everyone on Earth roared with excitement. In their hearts, Babe is the most powerful. The Suns were simply seeking their own death under his hands. Then everyone continued to board the spacecraft. Their target is Planet, the sacred land of Kaio. Brush! Son Gohan, the master of time and space, suddenly appeared here holding Xiao Fang in his arms. This little brother is so handsome, does he look familiar? Have we met before? Doesn't make sense? If I had ever seen such a handsome man, I would definitely remember him clearly. Xiao Fang. One of the protagonists of GT Time and Space. The granddaughter of Son Goku. The daughter of Son Gohan and Bidalai. Xiao Fang is now 9 years old and 1.4 meters tall. She was dressed very fashionably and didn't look like a 9-year-old child at all. And Xiao Fang's figure is very well developed. Where it should be big, it should be big, and where it should be small. She looked like a beautiful girl. Xiao Fang soon replaced Sun Wushan and went to the universe to find the Dragon Balls with Son Goku and Trunks, who became children. She completely inherited the competitiveness of the Suns. He started practicing with Son Goku at the age of 4. He was once rated by Son Goku as the most promising person in our family. Brother, thank you for saving me. Why does your appearance look so familiar? Have we met there? Xiao Fang's beautiful eyes flickered as she stared at the young brother holding her. From the profile, the other person looks very handsome. His face was shaved, but his arms felt safe. Moreover, the other person exudes a very good smell, which is very similar to his father. She said gratefully and intoxicated. She didn't feel embarrassed being held in someone else's arms. If the other party hadn't suddenly appeared to save him, maybe he was killed by Baby's controlling father. She is now as big as a brat. I remember when Son Goku first turned into a child, he met Xiao Fang on the street dating another male classmate. Beauty, why can't you stop? Son Gohan was also drunk looking at Xiao Fang in his arms. The other party actually held his neck with both hands, with a look of enjoyment on his face. Hehe, I feel your arms are very warm, as comfortable as the arms of Dad and Grandpa. Just hug me more. Xiao Fang actually acted coquettishly in Son Gohan's arms. She felt so comfortable and safe being held by the person in front of her. This feeling of being alive is good, and I almost died just now. Son Gohan smiled, this is really an annoying little goblin. Swish. Suddenly, the figures of Son Goku and Fat Bu suddenly appeared. Immediately afterwards, Godgabit and Satan also rushed back using teleportation. As soon as Son Goku and Satan appeared, they watched Son Gohan holding Xiao Fang. "Grandfather! I knew you must not be dead yet. It's so good to see you." Xiao Fang suddenly let go of Son Gohan. She picked up the child Son Goku. After spinning around in circles for several times, he stopped and said, "Thank you all. Goku, I didn't expect that you are not dead yet." Satan said to Godgabit and Son Gohan with grateful faces. If it hadn't been for their appearance, his and his granddaughter's lives would have been unsafe. "Satan, you are too polite. We are all a family, so don't be so outspoken." Son Goku came to Satan's side and said. He is now related to Satan. Xiao Fang's mother Bidalai is the daughter of Satan. "Grandpa, who is this little brother who saved me? Hurry up and introduce me. Why do I feel like I've seen him somewhere before?" Xiao Fang pulled Son Goku's big hand with excitement. She couldn't wait to find out who this handsome guy was. Chapter 114. Ha ha ha. Of course you've seen it. He might scare you if he says it. You have to be mentally prepared and don't be scared silly later. Son Goku grinned. If Xiao Fang knew that the person in front of her was Son Gohan in another parallel world, will she be shocked? Ha ha ha, Grandpa, I'm so scared. There is no one who can scare this lady. Xiao Fang patted her chest and said proudly. Who has she never been afraid of? Son Gohan, who controlled time and space, said nothing and watched this little girl's performance with great interest. He also smiled when he saw that Son Gohan in GT Time and Space had such a lively and lovely daughter. Son Gohan, who controlled time and space, was completely attracted by Xiao Fang in front of him. It would be nice to have such a cute girl in the future. Your appearance is very familiar. I seem to have seen you somewhere before. Satan's Son Gohan also looked full of curiosity. Where have you seen this person before, so familiar? Grandpa, do you feel this way too? We must have seen this person before. I just can't remember it for a moment. Xiao Fang looked at Son Gohan in a daze. She noticed that the man looked more and more like her father, and he even had a tail. It seems that the other party is a Sun. I heard that Grandpa also had a tail before. And this man is so much like his father. She thought of another possibility, that the person in front of her was her grandfather's illegitimate son. Fuck. You're not my grandfather's son, are you? You look very much like my father. Xiao Fang boldly spoke what was in her heart. From various phenomena, it is certain that this person is closely related to Son Goku. Ha ha ha. That's right, I am your grandfather's son. Son Gohan also wanted to tease this little girl. He looked at Xiao Fang's expression. Goku. You. Satan heard what the young man said. He was also completely stunned. Unexpectedly, Son Goku actually had an illegitimate son. Ah, Grandpa, is this true? You are worthy of Grandma. The tears in Xiao Fang's eyes flowed down. She burst into tears. He looked at Son Goku in disbelief. Is this really the grandfather I think of? He actually has another woman outside. How could Grandpa do such a thing? It was so hard for him to hide it from everyone. At this time, the image of Son Goku completely collapsed in her heart. Son Goku was completely frightened by Xiao Fang's cry. This is his precious granddaughter. Son Gohan, can you speak? When did you become so out of breath when you talked? Can't you just say it clearly once and for all? Son Goku scolded Son Gohan. How dare you make your precious granddaughter cry? If someone dared to make his precious granddaughter cry, he would have been hung up and beaten long ago. Okay. Xiao Fang, be good, I'm just teasing you. I am Son Gohan from another parallel world. Do you think Son Gohan is Son Goku's son? Son Gohan, the master of time and space, quickly said to Xiao Fang. He saw that he actually made this little girl cry. Grandpa, is what he said true? Is it really Son Gohan from another parallel time and space? Xiao Fang stopped crying and covered her mouth with her hands. Son Goku asked, looking at him in disbelief. This news is so shocking. That's right, he is Son Gohan from another parallel world. Son Goku nodded and said affirmatively. Xiao Fang's beautiful eyes looked at Son Gohan who was mastering time and space. Isn't this too incredible? The handsome guy in front of me is actually Son Gohan from another parallel world? No wonder I smelled like my father when I was hugged by him just now. And his arms are also very warm and safe. I didn't expect this to be a father from another parallel world. Son Gohan. Satan and Fat Bu also looked shocked. I didn't expect that there was another parallel world. This world is really full of wonders. Ahem, cough, cough, let's discuss what to do next. At this time, the voice of the old Kaishin came slowly. He knew everyone was back safely. Let me introduce to you, my granddaughter Xiao Feng. This is the old Kaio and God Gabit. Son Goku introduces Xiao Feng to everyone. Satan and Bu need no introduction. Because they have all met. Hello, thank you for saving my grandpa and Uncle Bu. Xiao Feng bowed politely to the old Kaioshin and Gabit god. Without their help, she, her grandfather, and Bu would have been in dire straits. I think you should pull out Daddy's tail first. Then I'll teach him to break through to the Super 4 form. Son Gohan said. He also wants to harvest the combat attributes. Little Daddy, Super Saiyan 4. Isn't that form awesome? Xiao Feng recognized the identity of Son Gohan, the master of time and space. Because Son Goku has explained it all. And the feeling of being hugged just now is not wrong. The other person is Son Gohan from another time and space. Xiao Feng is also very cheerful. She now calls Son Gohan from the main time and space Little Daddy. Now there are two dads who love me, isn't it very nice? Little Daddy. Son Gohan was stunned by Xiao Feng's call. Am I going to be a dad now? Looking at Xiao Feng's lively and cute face, he also smiled. For this little girl, Son Gohan from the main time and space likes her from the bottom of his heart. That's right, Saiyans are not only in the form of Super 4. We can continue to break through together, Super 5, Super 6, Super 7. And every time we transform, our combat power will double. Son Gohan said with confidence. From the anime, there are two ways for Saiyans to transform. One is like the GT time and space, continuing to break through in the form of Saiyans. There is also a way to become a god, Super Blue and Super Red, just like in Dragon Ball Super. Really? Great. It's a pity that I haven't transformed into a Super Saiyan yet. Xiao Feng was excited at first, and then her eyes slowly dimmed. She is 9 years old and still can't transform into a Super Saiyan. It's okay, I will teach you how to transform. Son Gohan said confidently. In GT, 100 years after Xiao Feng, her grandsons can all become Super Saiyans. That proves that it is not a blood problem. It should be that Xiao Feng's body is special. Or the method of becoming a Super Saiyan in the 6th universe works for her. Just focus your breath on your back and become a Super Saiyan. Like in Dragon Ball Super, Super Saiyans are everywhere. At the Tournament of Power, the Saiyans of the 6th universe transformed as soon as they saw Son Goku and Vegeta. Really? Great. Little Dad, I love you so much. Bo. Xiao Feng was so excited that she jumped onto Son Gohan in one step. She clamped her legs around Son Gohan's waist and kissed him on the face happily. Son Gohan's heart was immediately captured by Xiao Feng's kiss. Chapter 115. Kaioshin Sacred Land. What? You are here to teach Son Goku how to transform into Super Saiyan 4. Can Son Gohan really transform into Super Saiyan 4? Saiyans can actually keep breaking through. Old Kai and God Jebit heard what Son Gohan of the main time and space said. They were completely shocked. If the Saiyans keep breaking through, how terrifying it would be. Will they be above all the gods at that time? It's scary to think about it, it's really a perverted race. Okay, let's do it now. Old Kai also nodded, this method is okay. If Son Goku becomes Super Saiyan 4, then the Earth and the universe will be safer in the future. This Son Gohan of another time and space will always go back. Now I have the opportunity to get his teachings, which is already very good. Gohan, what should those who are infected by baby do? God Jebit also asked the doubts in his heart. Now as long as Son Goku breaks through the Super Saiyan 4 form, he can destroy baby. What's more, the strength of this Son Gohan is unfathomable. Even if Goku can't become Super 4. Maybe with Son Gohan's power, he can deal with baby. In fact, the super divine water on Karen Tower can destroy the living eggs that baby parasitizes on the Earthlings. Son Gohan said with certainty. The living eggs on the Earthlings in the anime were destroyed by the super divine water. Great, then Dad and Mom will be able to recognize me. If it weren't for the little dad who appeared and saved me just now, the consequences would be disastrous. This baby is so hateful. Xiao Fang was still frightened when she talked about the scene where her father wanted to kill her just now. Then let's start now, we are ready. Please help me pull out my tail. Son Goku said impatiently. He began to undress and was about to take off his pants. Grandpa. Xiao Fang turned her face away and said shyly. She knew that her grandfather was careless and didn't care at all. But she was a girl. Ahem, Grandpa forgot. Son Goku smiled awkwardly. The last time he was looking for Dragon Balls in the universe, his granddaughter had taught him a lesson. When there are girls around, you should pay attention to your image. He was so anxious that he forgot about this matter again. It turned out that the last time he was looking for Dragon Balls in the universe, Son Goku took off his clothes and took a bath in the river. He ran up without even putting on his clothes, so he was severely taught a lesson by Xiao Fang. Help my dad pull out his tail. I will now teach Xiao Fang how to transform into a Super Saiyan. Son Gohan said to everyone. Everyone nodded. It is indeed a bit inappropriate for Xiao Fang, a girl, to be here. Little dad, that's great. Where we go now? Xiao Fang took Son Gohan's hand and flew to the other side. She completely trusted Son Gohan in this other parallel world. The other party actually said that if he could transform into a Saiyan, he would definitely be able to do it. Earth. Lord Baby, now is the last batch of people. Bulma reported to Baby on the throne. She is now his right-hand man. Baby is very relieved when Bulma does things. Because he always follows his orders. Bulma has always worked hard to complete every task. Ha ha ha. Good, well done. In the future, the plant planet will be the base camp of our Zeful people. We will start to develop and then we will rule the entire universe. Baby laughed heartily. Now there is only one Saiyan left, Son Goku, and now he is trapped. If he dares to come, he will be killed here. Not only Saiyans, but also the entire universe. Baby's ambition is not limited to Saiyans. He wants to be the emperor of the universe, so that everyone will be terrified when they see him. Lord Baby, you are a great man, and you will unify the entire universe. Bulma also smiled excitedly. She now feels very lucky to be able to work beside Baby. Long live Lord Baby! You are our great king. We swear to be loyal to Lord Baby. Trunks, Son Gohan, Son Goten, Bra and others said loudly. They are all excited now. Ha ha ha. Well said. We are ready to leave now. Baby said happily. He looked at the deserted earth and smiled. Where the Saiyans once lived, there was no one to be seen. There will be a big explosion here. Because the Dragon Balls that Son Goku, Trunks and Xiao Fang worked so hard for have been summoned by Baby to make a wish. Plant planet is what he got by making a wish. Earth has become a waste planet and will explode in 2 weeks. Everything here will be gone by then. People on Earth have also moved away. They are now on Plant Planet. Because they all have babies living eggs. Now I am a member of the Zephyl Star people. King Kai's holy land. Ah! A heart-wrenching scream sounded. It turned out that everyone was pulling out the tail from Son Goku's butt. The scream came from him. Goku, it will be pulled out soon. You have to bear it. Satan comforted him. He was holding the tail of Son Goku's butt with a pair of pliers, pulling it out desperately. Ah! Son Goku screamed with his teeth, trying his best to bear the pain from his butt. Now he was tied up and pressed to the ground. Xiao Fang and Son Gohan in the main time and space who were not far away began to try the method of transforming into a Super Saiyan. Xiao Fang, first gather all the breath on your body behind you. Son Gohan began to teach Xiao Fang slowly. All the Saiyans in the 6th universe in Dragon Ball Super used this method to transform into Super Saiyans. Ah! The Saiyans rely on shouting to transform. Xiao Fang took a horse stance and clenched her hands. A deep voice came from her throat. She burst out all the energy in her body and then slowly gathered it to her back. That's right, that's it, slowly gather the strength of your body. Very good, that's it, you can do it. Son Gohan has been slowly guiding and encouraging Xiao Fang. He saw that the energy on her back began to slowly gather together little by little. Xiao Fang also clenched her teeth, and her hair began to stand up. The white aura on her body began to slowly turn golden. The black hair also kept changing with the yellow hair. It's okay, it's almost done. Just hold on a little longer and you can transform successfully. Son Gohan encouraged slowly. Seeing Xiao Fang's appearance, you know that this method works. Ah! Xiao Fang roared, and the ground where she stood instantly sank. A strong and terrifying momentum spread. Chapter 116. Super Female Xun, Xiao Fang. King Kai's sacred land. The sky was full of dark clouds, and there were thunder and lightning. Waves of air spread out in all directions with Xiao Fang as the center. It was as if a typhoon of level 12 had blown up. A planet was shaking slightly. The movement on Xiao Fang's side was really too big. Old Kai and others stopped their actions and looked over to them. Everyone saw a shocking scene. Xiao Fang's black hair and golden hair kept switching, sometimes yellow and sometimes black. What? What a terrifying force! Is Xiao Fang really going to break through the boundaries of Xuns and transform into a Super Xun? Or is Gohan from another parallel world so powerful? I didn't expect Xiao Fang to practice with me since she was a child. For so many years, I couldn't make Xiao Fang a Super Xun. I didn't expect Gohan to make Xiao Fang a Super Xun so quickly. Son Goku knew very well that Xiao Fang was going to become a Super Xun. He was very happy in his heart that his precious granddaughter could transform in the future. Old Kai and Jepitel were also shocked. I didn't expect that Son Gohan from another parallel world was so powerful. It's only been a short time, and another Super Xun has appeared. Satan and Fat Bu were also very happy. They knew how much Xiao Fang wanted to become a Super Xun. Now her wish is finally coming true. Satan is no longer the self-deceiving champion of the world's #1 martial arts tournament. In the past, he often comforted himself that this was magic, and it was all a trick to deceive people. Boom! Xiao Fang instantly became a Super Xun. Her hair and eyebrows turned golden, and her eyes turned light blue. A golden aura burst out from her body, and her eyes became extremely sharp. Little Dad, I succeeded! Xiao Fang jumped like a little sparrow. Feeling the surging fighting power in her body, she threw a set of conjoined punches. Xiao Fang, good job, I knew you were the best. Son Gohan saw the heroic female Super Xun Xiao Fang cheering. He also felt a sense of accomplishment in his heart. Hehe, is this the power of a Xun? This feeling is really great. Grandpa, I finally became a Super Xun. After Xiao Fang finished a set of punches and stretched her muscles, she laughed happily. She also shouted at Son Goku and Satan here. In the past, Xiao Fang thought she didn't have the talent to transform into a Super Xun. She often saw her father and uncle and others become Super Xuns, how envious and jealous she was. Now she finally got her wish and transformed into a Super Xun. How could she not be excited and excited? The wish of many years was finally realized because of Xiota. It's better to have dreams. What if they come true by accident? Xiao Fang, congratulations! Your wish has finally come true. Satan looked at his granddaughter's excited face. Because Xiao Fang is his spiritual sustenance. As long as the other party can grow up healthily and happily, Satan will be satisfied. So Xiao Fang's every frown and smile can touch his heart. It has to be said that Satan dotes on his granddaughter. Xiao Fang is his successor. Xiao Fang has successfully transformed into a Super Xun. I have to work harder too. You guys hold the pliers, I'll pull it myself. Son Goku said confidently. Just now, everyone's concerted efforts failed to successfully pull out the tail. Now he thought of a cruel method. This method is good, you can try it. Old Kai nodded and said. Just now, everyone's methods were not successful. It's not bad to try Goku's method. Everyone nodded one after another, saying that they could give it a try. He started to hold the pliers tightly, and Son Goku walked forward step by step. Ah! Yo! Son Goku screamed with every step he took. The sour feeling made his forehead veins bulge. Cold sweat dripped down. He still insisted on moving forward one step at a time. His face was twisted in pain. Goku, I see the tail coming out. Come on, you can do it. Satan and others encouraged excitedly. It seems that this method is really feasible. Xiao Fang and Son Gohan in another place don't care about what's happening here. Xiao Fang, I want to master this huge energy faster. Fighting is a better way. Come, let little daddy help you again. Son Gohan looked at Xiao Fang's excited face. He can now help this little girl get familiar with this terrifying power. He can also harvest a wave of combat power, which is really a two birds with one stone thing. Hehe, that's what I meant. Little daddy, you have to be careful. As soon as Xiao Fang finished speaking, she rushed towards Son Gohan. She also wanted to see how powerful this little daddy is. So far, no one knows how powerful Son Gohan is in another time and space. A strong white aura burst out from Son Gohan. This form of his is just like the potential that old Kai has developed. This form does not need to transform into a Super Saiyan at all, and can match the combat power of Super Saiyan 3. Bang bang bang! Xiao Fang launched a fierce attack. A series of linked punches came out. Son Gohan easily neutralized every punch of the opponent. His Super 3 combat power and Super 1 Xiao Fang, isn't it like playing? Ding, combat power attribute dropped 1 million. Combat power attribute plus 1 million. As soon as the two started fighting, Son Gohan's mind kept sending out system prompts. He also smiled when he saw the combat power attributes falling all over the ground. Old Kai and God Jepitel were paying attention to the battle here. Seeing that Son Gohan's normal state can easily fight Xiao Fang in Super 1 form. And from the looks of him, he didn't use his real strength at all. God Jepitel and Old Kai were completely shocked again. It seems that the Son Gohan in another parallel universe was just trying to save Son Goku's face. He hasn't shown his true strength yet, and you can see it by watching him fight with Super 1 Xiao Fang. Little daddy, your fighting power is so strong. You can fight me without transforming. Xiao Fang asked in surprise as the fight went on. I didn't expect the fighting power of the Son Gohan in another universe to be so terrifying. My fighting power is not very strong, just average. Son Gohan said while blocking Xiao Fang's attack. I'm just a sparring partner now, just make you happy. Okay, then let's try energy attack. Little daddy, you have to be careful. Xiao Fang jumped out of the attack range, and her fist and foot skills had no advantage at all. She wanted to try using energy attack. She opened her hands and stretched them straight to gather the energy, merged them in front of her chest, and gathered all the energy in her body. She fired at Son Gohan, and the huge energy contained terrible destructive power. This move is very similar to Vegeta's flash cannon. Chapter 117. Little Tricks. Son Gohan looked at the energy beam blasting towards him with an expressionless expression. He slowly raised his hands to catch the incoming energy wave. Little daddy, are you so powerful? Xiao Fang also looked shocked. She transformed into Super Saiyan 1 and her strength increased 50 times. Now the energy attack was actually caught by the little daddy with his bare hands. One can imagine how advanced the opponent's strength is. She increased her energy output. I want to see where my limits are. With the little dad's fighting ability, it is impossible to hurt him. The energy beam surged several times in an instant as Xiao Fang inputted it crazily. But this has no effect on Son Gohan at all. He still caught the huge energy beam without moving. What? He actually caught the huge energy wave with his bare hands. This is incredible. I didn't expect Gohan's power to be so strong. The old Kaioshin and Gabit God have been observing this battle. They were also drunk when they saw this scene. Unexpectedly, under normal circumstances, he actually caught all of Chao One's energy attacks with his bare hands. If you don't see it with your own eyes, no one will believe it. Son Gohan in another time and space has unfathomable fighting power. Okay, great. Is this Gohan's true strength? Son Goku also paid attention to the battle between the two. I saw Son Gohan in his normal state fighting easily with Xiao Fang in Super 1 form. He knew that Gohan had not used his true strength to fight against him just now. I must pull out my tail like Gohan said and transform into Super Saiyan 4. Son Goku was stimulated and his steps became more powerful. One step or two. He quickly pulled out his tail. Success, the tail was finally pulled out. Yeah, we made it! Satan and Fat Bu shouted with excitement. A brown tail was instantly pulled out by the two of them. The two released the vice and clapped their hands happily. Because he was not restrained by strength, Son Goku almost fell down. Are you out? Son Goku also looked excited. A brown tail on the buttocks was swaying. The battle between Son Gohan and Xiao Fang continues. The two of them did not pay attention to the situation on Son Goku's side. Little daddy, you are so powerful without transformation. If you transform, who will still be your opponent? Xiao Fang said with excitement on her face. She slowly removed the energy in her hands. It was already a full energy attack. There is no use in fighting anymore. Xiao Fang, listen clearly to me. Every battle must be fought with all your strength. A lion fights a rabbit with all his strength. You must pay attention in the future. Don't give your opponent a chance to counterattack. Son Gohan's voice just fell. He rushed towards Xiao Fang at an extremely fast speed. Xiao Fang instantly became alert. He punched Son Gohan who was charging towards him. But the fist went directly through the opponent's body. Oops! It turns out it's just a shadow. Xiao Fang was shocked and felt a chill on her back. A feeling of danger instantly spread throughout his body. There was no time to react. Boom! A loud noise. Xiao Fang's body was blown away by a huge impact. It's not over yet. The figure of Son Gohan was like a ghost, appearing on the other side waiting for Xiao Fang to fly over. His sandbag-sized fist hit Xiao Fang's lower abdomen. Puff! Xiao Fang's body could not withstand this powerful and heavy attack. She spurted out a mouthful of blood and returned to normal in an instant. The pain made her hold her belly with both hands, and cold sweat continued to flow from her forehead. Xiao Fang was breathing heavily. The blow made her stomach churn. Waves of pain instantly spread throughout his body. You bastard, you dare to hit my Xiao Fang and vomit blood. I will never forgive you. Satan, who was standing on the ground, gritted his teeth and roared. This is your beloved, and you even beat her to death. If he hadn't been unable to fly, he would have rushed over and cut this brat into 8 pieces. I don't care which time and space you are, Son Gohan, you just can't hit my Xiao Fang. Everyone was also shocked by Son Gohan's operation. They all saw that Son Gohan in another time and space was powerful and decisive in killing. And there is a sense of mystery everywhere. The character of Son Gohan is completely different from that of his own time and space. Xiao Fang, remember this feeling of pain. Either you don't take action, or if you take action, you will knock the opponent down with lightning speed. If I were an enemy, you would be dead. You must remember that a lion fights a rabbit with all his strength. Son Gohan looked at Xiao Fang who was holding her belly and enduring huge pain. He said it with good intentions. I remember. Xiao Fang said with difficulty. Her body began to tumble out of the air. In a flash, Son Gohan held the Princess Xiao Fang in his arms. His palm activated the healing attribute. So comfortable. It's so warm and safe in Daddy's arms. I don't feel any pain in my stomach anymore. The pain in Xiao Fang's stomach slowly disappeared. She said with a look of enjoyment. Under Son Gohan's treatment, Xiao Fang's injuries recovered at a speed visible to the naked eye. When the two landed on the ground, the other's injuries had all been healed. Damn! My stomach didn't hurt anymore. And all the injuries were healed. What's going on? Does Daddy have healing skills? And I feel that my strength has increased several times. What's going on? A voice brought Xiao Fang back to reality. We're down there, how long are you going to hold me? Son Gohan smiled at Xiao Fang in this time and space. This little girl is still staying in his arms and won't come down. Little daddy, I'm injured now. Just hold me for a while longer. I need comfort and care now. Xiao Fang smiled cunningly and acted coquettishly towards Son Gohan. She just felt so comfortable in the arms of the little daddy. And she felt very safe when she smelled the other person's fatherly breath. This bastard, how dare you hit my Xiao Fang? I'll fight you. Satan saw Son Gohan and Xiao Fang in the main time and space landed on the ground. He ran over with an angry face and accused loudly. Grandpa, I'm fine. This is all the way to survive that the little daddy taught me. He just wants me to remember it for the future. Xiao Fang jumped off Son Gohan in a hurry. She explained to the angry Satan. Xiao Fang, are you really okay? But just now I saw you were beaten and vomited blood. Satan was also shocked when he saw his granddaughter jumping around in front of him. Just now he clearly saw this brat beat his precious granddaughter until she vomited blood. Now she is not injured at all? Little daddy, I have healed my injuries. Xiao Fang explained. She also knew that it was hard to believe, but she was indeed healed. Satan circled Xiao Fang twice, and took a deep breath after confirming that she was fine. Gohan, look, my tail is pulled out. You should teach me how to break through Super Saiyan 4. Son Goku also rushed over to the front of the three people and said. A brown tail on his butt kept swaying behind him. Satan was shocked. Son Goku was so powerful, did he still need to ask this brat for advice? Chapter 118. Son Gohan creates the moon with his bare hands. Pick them all up. Son Gohan thought silently in his heart. The combat attributes on the ground poured into his body crazily. The combat power data is soaring crazily. Actually, the way to become Super 4 is very simple. As long as Dad takes the first step to become a golden giant ape. Son Gohan told Son Goku how to achieve Super 4. Everyone looked at Son Gohan with puzzled faces. Isn't it that simple? What? Does the prerequisite for transforming into Super Saiyan 4 be transforming into a giant ape? If I turn into a giant ape, I will completely lose my mind. And when a Saiyan transforms into a giant ape, his power increases tenfold. When you transform into a giant ape, you will reveal your Saiyan nature and cause destruction everywhere, and your personality will become extremely violent. What's the second step? I'll lose my mind by then. How to complete the second step in the second part? Son Goku was shocked at first, and then asked with a puzzled look on his face. This is why you have to pull out the tail yourself. The tail is a necessary condition for transforming into a giant ape. No wonder I haven't broken through to Super 4 for so many years. It turns out that the tail is missing. Is it that serious? Will you lose your mind? And the combat effectiveness will be increased tenfold. Oh my god, this is the time to play with fire. God Jebet said with a shocked look on his face. The boss's eyes widened. Now Son Goku's fighting power is so strong. If you turn into a gorilla, your combat power will be increased tenfold. And the giant ape who has lost his mind will be extremely violent. This is how to do? Then won't my entire Kaio sacred land be destroyed in one fell swoop? Gohan, do you have any idea? What exactly is step 2? The old Kaishin asked Son Gohan. He knew that the other party must have a solution. Everyone's eyes were all focused on Son Gohan. Now everyone is placing their hope on this Son Gohan who comes from another parallel world. This depends on Xiao Fang. Only the people closest to him can restore his sanity. Son Gohan looked at Xiao Fang and said. In the anime, after Son Goku turns into a giant ape, he will only destroy. In the end, it was Xiao Fang who awakened Son Goku's reason. Only then did he become Super Saiyan 4. Everyone's eyes moved from Son Goku to Xiao Fang. It turns out that the key person is Xiao Fang. Am I so powerful? Xiao Fang pointed to her nose and said with a look of shock. Unexpectedly, the key to Grandpa's transformation is to awaken his reason. Son Gohan nodded affirmatively towards Xiao Fang. Gohan, what if Goku can't regain his sanity? The old Kaishin questioned. The method is good, but I am afraid of accidents. I have to say that this old man's analytical skills are quite strong. Then there will be no choice but to chop off Dad's tail. If a Saiyan loses its tail, it will not be able to transform into a giant ape, and it will also fail to transform into Super 4. Son Gohan expressed the seriousness of the matter. As long as the tail is gone, the transformation into Super 4 will fail. For the sake of the earth, I am willing to give it a try. Xiao Fang, help me. Son Goku said seriously. This is the only way to save the planet. It is also the key to his major breakthrough to Super 4. He didn't want to let this opportunity go. Grandpa, don't worry, I will definitely help you become Super Saiyan 4. I believe in Little Daddy's methods. After using Little Daddy's method, I can become a Super Saiyan. I believe Grandpa will definitely become Super Saiyan 4. Xiao Fang said with certainty. He can become a Super Saiyan, and Grandpa will definitely succeed. As long as he awakens Grandpa's reason, he will succeed. Xiao Feng, you have to pay attention to your own safety. If something goes wrong, you have to leave quickly. Satan said with a worried look. Now Xiao Feng is his lifeblood. There must be no mistakes. Grandpa, don't worry. I promise that I can awaken Grandpa's sanity. Xiao Feng said with confidence. He also hopes that Grandpa can succeed, so that everyone on Earth can be saved. There are also parents and others. Ancestor, it sounds so scary. Should we avoid it first? God Jebet said nervously. He was afraid that Son Goku would cause unnecessary harm to them after losing his mind. So he wanted to go to the lower world to avoid it. You can watch what's going on here through the crystal ball, there's no need to stay here. Staying here won't help anything anyway. Look at your little potential, are you so nervous? Isn't there Gohan here? Plus, it's not like he has never died, it's just a halo on his head. The old Kaioshin slapped God Gabet on the head. The beating made God Gabet howl and scream. God Jebet was also drunk. To put it lightly, it's not like he has never died. Even if he died, it would just be a halo on his head. That makes sense, I was speechless. Gohan, come on. Let's hurry up. Son Goku said with a firm face. Now he just wants to break through Super Saiyan 4 quickly to eliminate Baby and save the people on Earth. Son Gohan looked at everyone and nodded. Everyone understood and left here quickly. Fat Bu flew away with Satan in his arms. Old Kai, God Jebet, and Xiao Fang also left here. They stood on a mountain far away and watched this quickly. I hope God can bless Son Goku and Xiao Fang to be safe. Satan put his hands together and prayed sincerely. His actions made the corners of the mouths of Old Kai and God Jebet twitch constantly. Damn it! This bastard is just looking for trouble. If he wasn't a relative of Son Goku, he would have slapped the fool to the 18th level of hell. Two gods are by your side, do you really think we are transparent? You have a big heart to pray in front of us. Open it for me. Son Gohan began to condense white gas in his hands. Then he combined the two energies into one, threw them into the air and shouted loudly. Everyone looked at the light ball thrown by Son Gohan without knowing why. The light ball took shape in an instant and hung high in the air. Is this the moon? What? Is this the moon? Can Son Gohan make the moon with his bare hands? Isn't this incredible? Satan and others were stunned. What is going on? My God, is this really a power that humans can have? Can this bastard create the moon with his bare hands? This is too abnormal. Because no one has ever seen a Saiyan create a moon with his bare hands. When Vegeta and Nappa invaded the Earth, he was able to create a moon with his bare hands and then turned into a giant ape. Of course, none of these people have seen it, so they are very shocked. Boom boom boom. Suddenly, the sound of close drumming sounded. Everyone looked in the direction of the sound and saw something that changed their worldview. Chapter 119. Golden Giant Ape. Kiowa's Sacred Land. Boom, boom, boom. A loud noise, the sound was like beating a drum. Everyone looked over and saw that the chests of Son Goku and Son Gohan in the main time and space were beating non-stop. The sound came from their bodies. It turned out that this was the heartbeat of the two. Everyone was shocked. Their eyes began to turn red and their faces twisted. Their appearance and bodies continued to evolve in the direction of giant apes. Their heads began to show deep fangs, and black hair began to grow on their bodies. Their bodies instantly became as big as a small mountain. Fuck! It's bad! What's going on? Did Son Gohan also become a giant ape? If both of them lose their minds, how should we deal with it? Old Kai, God Jepital, Satan, Xiao Feng, and Bu were stunned. Everyone's heart instantly rose to their throats. This is a big deal. I forgot that Son Gohan is also a Saiyan. He also has a brown tail on his butt. Roar! Son Goku and Son Gohan instantly turned into golden giant apes. The giant ape Son Gohan roared at the sky and slapped his chest frantically. He also spurted out a huge energy beam from his mouth from time to time. Blast towards a mountain. Boom! The whole mountain was instantly blasted into powder by the huge energy beam. A mushroom cloud rose into the sky. Dust flew everywhere. The giant ape Son Goku also kept pounding the ground with both hands. Then he stood up and kept spurting out huge energy beams from his mouth. Boom! Boom! Explosions kept happening in the Kai King's sacred land. The ground was in a mess. The two giant apes kept emitting energy beams from their mouths. Suddenly, the surrounding mountains were almost blown to pieces. Fuck! It's bad. It seems that the most undesirable thing has happened. Both of them have completely lost their minds. What should we do? The sacred place of King Kai will be destroyed. Everyone was shocked by the situation. Bang, bang, bang. The ground was full of holes. The two giant apes hit the ground from time to time. Old King Kai walked around with a long bitter face. God Jebet scratched his ears and cheeks, jumping up and down anxiously. After seeing this scene, Satan kept backing away, and his back suddenly felt cold. He had never seen such a scene before. A normal person turned into a huge gorilla in an instant. And this monster was 10 points of irritability and terror. This time, Son Goku and the main time and space Son Gohan refreshed his cognition again. I didn't expect that pulling out the other's tail would turn him into a gorilla. Boom! The ground was bombarded by energy waves, and smoke and dust were everywhere. The two giant apes destroyed the Kai King's sacred land to their heart's content. Grandpa! Little Daddy! Xiao Fang shouted at the two giant apes. She collapsed to the ground helplessly, and was at a loss when she saw this situation. Both of them had lost their minds. In this situation, even if they rushed forward, they would only be cannon fodder. It's bad. The old Kai King heard Xiao Fang's shouting and wanted to stop her, but it was too late. He was so scared that his soul was about to die, and he knew that something bad was going to happen. Now both of them had lost their minds. As long as they attracted the other party, they would be blasted into pieces by the other party. When Xiao Fang shouted, everyone's heart was in their throat. They all knew that the other party had lost their minds now. If they were attracted, there would be a catastrophe. Roar! The two giant apes stopped attacking and turned their heads to look in Xiao Fang's direction. There was a fierce look in their eyes. Fuck! They have noticed us. Everyone was frightened and retreated again and again. Xiao Fang quickly covered her mouth. She knew she was in trouble. Now the two giant apes were looking this way. Son Goku's mouth began to gather energy. He wanted to launch an energy attack on everyone. Old Kai and others retreated in fear. At this time, God Jebet was so scared that he forgot that he could teleport. Satan, Xiao Fang, go! Fat Bu roared and was about to rush out. Bang! There was a loud noise. It turned out that the giant ape Son Gohan punched the irrational Son Gohan. What's going on? Why did the two of them fight? Did Son Gohan not lose his mind? Everyone was shocked by the loud noise. They didn't understand and looked at Son Gohan with wide eyes. Ha ha ha! Just kidding, look how scared you are. No more playing. The giant ape Son Gohan laughed heartily. It seems that he made the right bet. This body belongs to Son Gohan. My soul just merged with the other person's. I am the master of this body. It's like a scene in the anime, where Goku turns into Super Saiyan 4 and presses Baby to the ground. In the end, Bulma uses high technology to turn Vegeta into a golden giant ape. But Baby still has reason, it's just that Vegeta's body has turned into a giant ape. Are you kidding me? Gohan, you bastard, you scared us to death. It's not funny at all. You're asking for a beating. If I wasn't as strong as you, I would have taught you a lesson. You're such a grown-up, and you're still joking like that. Don't you know that scaring people to death is scary? Everyone complained to Gohan. This guy is too bad, he dared to joke about this kind of thing. I almost peed myself just now. Little dad, Xiao Fang won't help you this time. I didn't expect you to be more naughty than me. Xiao Fang couldn't help but roll her eyes at Gohan. Gohan, who turned into a giant ape, was blasted dozens of meters away by Gohan before he stopped. Bang bang bang! He stood up from the ground and beat the ground frantically. To express his inner anger and unwillingness. This was clearly a provocation to him. Then Son Goku rushed towards Son Gohan with his hands and feet. The ground shook slightly when he ran. Although the giant ape's body was huge, its hands and feet were also very flexible. Everyone was also scared to death when they saw this situation. Nima. Most people would be scared to death when they saw this situation. Son Goku under the giant ape, his body was like a moving mountain. Get out of here! The giant ape Son Gohan roared. He opened his bloody mouth, and a beam of energy light instantly blasted towards Son Goku, who was running over. Son Goku, who had lost his mind, was not afraid at all. He continued to rush forward without dodging. Bang! With a loud bang, the energy beam instantly blasted Son Goku dozens of meters away. Chapter 120. Super Saiyan 4. Kiowa's Holy Land. Boom! After the giant ape Son Goku was blasted dozens of meters away by Son Gohan's energy beam. His huge body rolled on the ground for several rounds before stopping. Son Gohan no longer paid attention to Son Goku. He began to calm down, and his body began to change. Everyone looked at Son Gohan and he actually calmed down. They found that his body was slowly shrinking. Everyone watched Son Gohan change without blinking. Is he going to evolve to Super Saiyan 4? What exactly is this form like? Everyone began to look forward to Son Gohan giving them a surprise. Roar! A deafening roar of the giant ape resounded throughout the Kiowa's Holy Land. Boom! Son Gohan's body is covered with red hair except for his head, chest, and palms. This form represents the primitive and wild state of the Saiyan. His hair is black. The eyes have red eye sockets and red eyelids. There is also a red tail on the buttocks that keeps shaking. When he first appeared, there was strong lightning around his body. The powerful force seemed to burn the entire Kai King Holy Land red. And his height has also grown by several centimeters, and his muscles have expanded a lot. The whole person looks very strong and has a very perfect figure. Crackling! His whole body exudes grass-green aura, and lightning makes bursts of noise from time to time. Son Gohan's is the Super Saiyan 4 of the legendary super form. So handsome, is this the form of Super Saiyan 4? Why is his aura grass-green? I didn't expect that the little dad's fighting power is so strong. This aura is really too strong. Xiao Fang said with envy. Her fists were clenched, and her eyes were full of yearning and admiration. One day I will also reach the Super 4 form. What? What a terrifying aura! Is this the Super Saiyan 4 form? Gohan's body seems to have grown a lot taller. And his muscles seem to have expanded a lot. Saiyans are really too abnormal. I didn't expect this to be the Saiyan 4 form. Old Kai, Jebet and others saw Gohan's Super Saiyan 4 form. They couldn't calm down for a long time. The impact of this Saiyan form on them was too great. Roar! The giant ape Goku stood up from the ground and roared to the sky. A huge energy beam shot out of his mouth towards Gohan. Get out of my way! Gohan backhanded and knocked away the energy beam. He turned to look at Xiao Fang and said, Xiao Fang, it's your turn. I know. Xiao Fang nodded seriously. She flew in the direction of Goku. Everyone looked at Xiao Fang with worry. Can Goku's reason be awakened? Grandpa, I'm Xiao Fang. Wake up quickly. Xiao Fang flew in front of the giant ape Son Goku and shouted. She was on guard against the opponent's attack and was highly nervous. Roar! Son Goku roared. His huge palm kept grabbing Xiao Fang. It was like chasing a fly. Xiao Fang kept shuttling between Son Goku's palms. Although Son Goku's power was very strong, he had lost his mind. He was attacking by instinct. That's why Xiao Fang was able to jump in front of him for so long. Grandpa! No matter how Xiao Fang shouted, Son Goku did not calm down, but became more irritable. Bang bang bang! He kept hammering his chest. What should I do? Son Goku's reason was not awakened, but became more irritable. Satan looked at Xiao Fang's actions with a worried look. He was afraid that the giant ape would hit his granddaughter. Gohan, think of a solution quickly. You must have another solution, right? Xiao Fang's method doesn't seem to work. Goku seems to be getting more and more irritable. Old Kai and Jepitel were also nervous. They didn't know if Xiao Fang could wake up Son Goku. Xiao Fang, tell me something happy you did with him in the past. Or take some photos to remind him. Son Gohan shouted at Xiao Fang. He remembered the anime where Xiao Fang took out a photo of Son Goku holding him when he was a child. The photo of their family playing at the beach. Little dad, I know. After hearing what Son Gohan said, Xiao Fang hurriedly took out their childhood photos from the small bag on her waist. She began to tell Son Goku about their little things. One by one, photos of their family life were taken by Xiao Fang. Roar! Son Goku was unmoved, and his attack on Xiao Fang became more and more fierce. He simply couldn't control such a powerful force. Bang! Under Son Goku's relentless pursuit, Xiao Fang was slapped away without paying attention. A large stack of photos in her hand was flying in the air. Xiao Fang! Satan saw Xiao Fang's body being slapped. He was nervous, worried about whether the other party's injuries were serious or not, and whether his life was in danger. Don't worry, Xiao Fang will be in my hands. Son Gohan caught Xiao Fang's body with a flash. He began to use the healing attribute to restore the other party's injuries and combat power. Little dad, am I useless? I can't seem to wake up Grandpa's sanity. Xiao Fang began to burst into tears. She cried sadly in Son Gohan's arms. Xiao Fang, how can you say that? Do everything, never give up until the end. Giving up is equivalent to complete failure. Persist, there is still half a chance. Look at your grandpa, it seems that he has regained some sanity now. Son Gohan looked at Xiao Fang, who was crying with tears in her eyes. He kept comforting her. In a blink of an eye, Xiao Fang's injuries and strength were all restored. Grandpa, have you really regained some sanity? After hearing what Son Gohan said, Xiao Fang looked in the direction of Son Goku. Seeing Son Goku staring at the flying photos, his emotions seemed to slowly calm down, and his eyes were less fierce. Photos flew in front of Son Goku, just like watching a movie. He seemed to have thought of something, and his hands began to grab the scattered photos in the air. It seems to be useful, Son Goku is collecting these photos. His irritable personality has become gentler. His eyes are much less fierce. These photos seem to have brought back some memories of him. Great, the previous things are finally not in vain. Old Kai, God Jebet, Satan and Bu saw that Son Goku's irritable personality slowly calmed down. Their hearts began to become excited, and they seemed to see hope.